everybody, it's time for the Weekly Bee. Hosted by your friends Tom, Pax, and JP. Everything that ever happens, Billings-wise, or an excuse to drink in disguise. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. And everyone, it's the Weekly Bee.
It should transfer.
It doesn't transfer. I don't know how to make Apple work for me, but it never fucking works for me.
Is it because you're an idiot?
Probably because I'm an idiot.
Nice. We got another drop to add to the list. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Weekly Bee with Tom and JP. How are we this week, Thomas?
You know, I'm good as always. I have no complaints this week, not one bit.
Not
Yourself?
one complaint? No.
I don't have any
Other
complaints.
than the fact that at midnight on Monday night as we're filming this, and I've been up since 6 doing snow removal today, I'm one tired little kid.
Are you tired right now?
I am tired.
Do you need a wambulance?
Yes, I need a big fat wambulance. Big fat wambulance.
I feel bad for you.
I don't feel bad for me at all.
I feel a little bad. Not a lot bad, but a little bad.
I caused all of this, and I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Someday I'll get over it.
Sunday or someday?
Someday, probably when I'm dead. What are we drinking tonight, Thomas?
You know what?
This is
Tonight.
not what we're drinking.
No, it's not. But tonight.
Because we're filming this backwards like we do every week, because
Yep.
it's just time.
Yep, it's all about time.
Mm-hmm.
This week, instead of drinking whiskey, we're drinking, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's called Tito's Handmade Vodka. Made
Tito's.
in Austin, Texas. Made right here in the US of A. And it is, if you drink an out-of-country vodka, like, say, Grey Goose or Kettle One or Belvedere or
That's
anything.
Good.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand why. Like, why wouldn't you just buy Tito's right here in America? Made in America, profits stay in America.
What's funny is Tito's has been around forever, and I remember when Tito's was cheap.
Garbage whiskey.
Yeah.
Or garbage vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they've changed anything other than the price. It became cool to drink, I think. And
well, sure. Maybe the labeling, right?
Yeah, I don't know. But maybe it's because it's gluten-free. Does that make it all better?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's 100% organic.
It's
vodka.
gluten-free.
Yep.
Yeah, people do vodka with pickles now.
What?
I've done pickle shots with whiskey. I think Jameson with pickle juice is great. Been
Yeah,
doing it for
a
years.
pickleback.
Yeah, pickleback. Been doing it for years, but now they do it with vodka.
Isn't it weird how pickleback is acceptable and then Nickelback
is not
acceptable?
It's not acceptable at all. At all. What? You got anything going on this week? Yeah, I've got a couple things.
Okay. Well, I don't. I mean, I've got. A couple
Are you still
things.
working on your transfer over there? Are you?
Transfer of what?
Your information.
Yeah. I can't figure out how to make Apple work hard for me.
Man, yeah. Well, you're working hard.
Well, I wrote some notes on my computer, and I thought they would transfer straight to my phone.
Yeah.
They did not. And thankfully, I brought my computer so that I could refer to my notes, but I'm kind of sad that it didn't just automatically.
You don't have something clicked right correctly in your phone or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll never happen on anybody's anything.
No, that would be crazy.
Yeah, that's that. Well,
so here's my big
crazy.
news.
Yeah.
You want to hear my big news real quick?
Talk to me, Goose.
So the big news that I have coming up is that Winco Foods opens on March 3rd, which is this coming Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So you're listening to this podcast on Thursday, and Winco opens on Sunday.
Yeah.
And my only hope, my only wish and goal in life is that Winco opens and 4 of the 7 Albertsons just go out of business overnight.
I doubt it, though.
What are the odds?
Well, Albertsons has got a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, they do. They've got a lot of money, and it's because they've been making money off of this community for many, many years. Because I truly believe, and I know we have a Walmart. I know we have a Sam's Club. I know we have a Costco.
Yeah, you have
but
options.
I feel like Albertsons has had a little bit of a monopoly on the community.
They do.
They do, for sure. And so I'm really excited for Winco to open. I'm excited to get broccoli for under $12 a pound.
What about your cauliflower?
My cauliflower, I will still pay $12 a pound for.
I think what we get it at Walker's for is way more expensive than that, but I'm not mad about it. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, but it's got the gochujang sauce.
Yeah, gochujang.
Gochujang costs an extra $4.
And your cream sauce on yours with grapes.
The lime crema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
March Comedy Madness coming up at the Loft. Gary Busby throwing that down.
He's throwing it down.
He's got a pretty good list of people.
He sure does. And he's been really just knocking it out of the park,
Yes.
that Gary.
I never would have thought Gary was as funny as he. I mean, I know Gary's funny. I've known him for years.
Sure.
Projectile, everything. Like, I know he's funny.
He's a funny guy, for
But
sure.
I never thought of him as stand-up funny like that, if you know what you understand what I'm saying. Like, it's a totally different realm. It's a totally different deal.
I will say this. I watched Gary the first week that he went out and did this.
Mm-hmm.
And he was making jokes that were like, they're like out of the joke box.
Yeah.
You just pull them out and you say them. And they're funny, but they're used.
Mm-hmm.
They're used.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like 6 months ago. And now Gary is like a hardened comedian.
Yeah. No, he's
come a long, long way.
I get asked to do stand-up all the time, and it's just never been my thing. Mark even asked me to join you guys, and
I
gonna have
think
to
you
put
should do
some
it.
serious thought into this and see if I can get 2 minutes to sit down and write some stuff for it and see.
Get 2 minutes to write 20 minutes?
Exactly. You know how that goes.
I think you should do it, dude. I think you'd be an amazing stand-up comedian. If nothing else than self-deprecating.
Yes. No, I'll make fun of myself well. I'm good at that. Maybe I'll tell my speech impediment story again. And I don't have a speech impediment. I just can't do sign language, folks. 1.5 hands don't allow sign language for some reason.
No, they do not. You can't do the intricacies with your right hand.
All it is yelling. I don't know what the sign language sign for yelling is, but I feel like it's the claw.
I think that's it.
It's the claw.
For those of you watching on YouTube. Also this week, we've got the Spring Home Improvement Show.
Let's all go.
Where to?
The Home Improvement Show.
At the Metro Park.
That's always
arenas.
a big thing.
Yeah. No, it's big. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
March 1st through the 3rd, and that should be fun. I mean, there's over 600 vendors.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
Big deal.
People come not only from all over Billings, but from all over surrounding Billings, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, for sure. Like that, it brings a lot of people in.
Aren't they giving away like 7 houses or some shit like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, they give away a lot of stuff every year.
They sure do.
They do a lot. Arterial. Why can I never fucking say that?
Arteria.
Arterial Drive is at the pub station on
Yes.
Saturday night. You ever watch them?
I have seen them.
Yeah, they're great.
They're incredible.
They're great.
In fact, I didn't put it on my list simply because I knew that you would have it on your list because I know
them.
how much you love them.
I love them. They're awesome. Every time I see them, I'm just like, ooh, excited. Yay for me. I get to see them. Also have Mardi Gras coming up next Tuesday.
Holy moly. Yeah, we're already there.
Hooligans Brew Pub throwing down a big bash, like, $3 car bombs or whatever you get. Grenades.
Right.
That's what I don't know what they give, for Mardi Gras anymore. Beads, boobs. Nobody shows boobs for Mardi Gras anymore. It's
Is that a thing?
well, it's Me Too.
Hashtag bead 2.
Bead 2. There we go. Let's start our own hashtag. Hashtag Bead 2.
Hashtag bead 2.
What else do I got here?
Well, here's what I've got.
Talk to me, Goose.
Just while you're looking for what you've got,
Yeah.
because I was searching the Billings directory, and I found that there's a Clue game. Have you seen the Clue game?
No, I have not.
Okay, so at the Moss Mansion, every Friday night, a minimum of 15 people, a maximum of 25 people. You show up at the Moss Mansion with a reservation, and you get to play Clue live.
Like the board game?
Like the board game.
Slash with like live people running around the Moss Mansion.
Yep. And so the killer is still on the loose at the Moss Mansion. The killer's still, and for those of you listening, just listening to the podcast,
Air quotes.
with air quotes, the killer is, quote, still on the loose at the Moss Mansion, and you have to try to figure out who did it, where they did it, what they did it with. And you and 24 of your closest friends, if you have that many, can try to solve the murder. It sounds amazing, right? Like, doesn't it sound like it's like the ultimate escape room or
Yes.
ultimate adventure story that you get to be a part of.
Level 10.
Dude, it sounds incredible. So I believe I was trying to get more information off the internet, but it doesn't have a ton of it. But it looks like every Friday night at 7 p.m. you can reserve your game night at the Moss Mansion.
With a couple of your best friends.
Yeah, with up to 24 of your closest friends.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
Dude, I think we should do it. I think we should do it and then maybe film part of it and put it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I think we should do it and put it on the podcast.
I think if any of us make it out alive, it'll be a miracle.
Do they have booze?
I hope so.
They have booze?
I think they
Or
do.
can we bring our own at least?
I think
or
you got to
something?
bring your own flask.
Well, I'm fine with that.
That's kind of what I do to every event.
I was going to say I don't go far without my flask. That's why I wear so many coats and flip-flops.
What else you got? You got anything else coming
I
up in
really
Billings?
don't have a whole ton coming on. Oh, I do have one. Next Monday and Tuesday, we are, for those of you who don't know, Tom and I worked on a little film here in town with Trevor Stiles called The Blood Hunter. It came out in October.
October 20th,
when we released it the first time. And Trevor did what Trevor does, and we went and reworked the movie. And so we're redoing it next week at Art House Cinema.
Art House Cinema, yep.
I have 2 tickets for Monday night's show, so if anybody needs tickets, let me know. I've got 2 extra tickets if you would like to join and see the remastery of this and of what I've seen already. It was great the first time.
It was amazing the first time. Did you watch the newest trailer?
The newest trailer is amazing.
It's incredible.
Drone shot in there.
Yep.
Drone shot in there.
I think there's 2 drone
Yeah,
shots in there.
I caught that.
JP provided all the drone footage, and then also the new trailer is it's kind of epic.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I know-
totally different.
It gets faster and faster and louder throughout the whole trailer, and it's it really captures your attention. And then also the movie that we released at the Babcock on the 20th of October was kind of rushed. If you talk to Trevor, he'll say that it was a rushed final product, quote unquote final product, and it wasn't everything that he wanted it to be. So he has spent November, December, January, and most of February remastering this final cut, and it's what he actually wants the public to see.
And I can't wait. And we've been accepted to a couple of film festivals with this.
Yeah, we've already won an award.
And I use me as in like I had a whole lot to fucking do with it. I mean, I did help with it, but it's all Trevor.
Yeah, it's all Trevor, and it's all the producers. And we've already won an award at a film festival, and I'm just going to scroll through real quick because I just want to make sure that I know.
Well, while you're scrolling through there, I want to remind everybody to subscribe on all your avenues, podcasts, whatever you listen to podcasts on. Whatever you on the Facebook, we're on Facebook, The Weekly Bee, YouTube. Check us out there. Our YouTube numbers are good.
Well, that's
people
what I
are
was
really
gonna say,
enjoying it.
If there's nothing else you subscribe to, just subscribe to us on YouTube. I know that most of us use YouTube every single day, and if you just pop on there, go to The Weekly Bee, hit subscribe, and then literally, if you never listen to us again, I'll be really sad inside my heart. But we're really just looking for subscriptions because we want to keep doing this. We want to keep this podcast live and happening in Billings, and we need your support to do it. So if you can just help us out by subscribing. The Blood Hunter won first place in the most unique horror feature at the Kansas City Crypticon.
That's awesome.
Which means we get the independent film
logo to put on it.
Yep. And we're in 13 other festivals, so
that's awesome.
I mean, I hope we win 13 more.
I hope we do too.
Me too, because I know that the final product that we're submitting it's 100 times better than what we saw at the Babcock.
Have you seen this version?
Yes.
Okay.
I have. And the end of the movie now has a cliffhanger. It has a little hook at the end. A little hook that you watch it and you say, "Fuck, I can't wait for the next one."
God damn it.
I know.
Every time they get me out, they suck me back in. I'm like, oh, I'm done doing these fucking movies, and then nope.
No, sir. No,
Back
sir,
at
you
another
are
one.
not.
Back into another one.
So I'm really excited for people to see it because I feel like I feel like we sold out the Babcock at 750 seats, and people loved it.
Yeah, that's all I heard.
I know. It's all I heard too. It was incredible. It was amazing. I can't wait to see it. Blah blah blah. The version that exists now is immeasurably amount better than what we produced at the Babcock that night.
Wow.
It is so much better. And I've only seen parts of it, but I know it has a whole new beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It has a whole new ending.
Jesus.
I know.
I can't wait now because I was very happy with what Trevor put out in the first place.
Yeah, so was I.
I thought it was great.
It's 12 minutes shorter, so it's more condensed, it's faster moving, and it has a whole new beginning and a whole new ending.
Where did he get rid of 12 minutes?
I don't know. Probably all those drone shots.
He probably killed off the drone shots, and I'm fine with that. If it makes a better movie, I'll accept it. But
Me too.
I mean, the first version, there was only one drone shot that I was mad wasn't in there.
Which one?
When you guys were walking over the hill.
Oh, yeah.
That was such a great shot, but I know why it wasn't there. It just doesn't have a whole lot to do with the movie per se.
That for sure. And then also, it's not like we spent a lot of time filming it.
No.
Just 7 or 12 takes.
Yeah, Jesus.
Of us walking through 112-degree weather out in Shepherd in the hot, dusty sun.
Oh, no, that was in Molt, dude.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about? The Molt one?
The Molt. Remember when
Over the hill.
Over the hill,
Yeah.
and you're all dressed, and you're going down to the house.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
that was a rough day.
That was a long day. That was that day we were there from like 6 in the morning until like 2 in the morning. That was a long ass day.
Yep.
We got a lot done that day, but
We
that
did.
was a long day.
We filmed the whole barn
Most of the barn. Yeah.
fight scene that didn't turn out great in the beginning, and then we reworked it, and we filmed it for 6 hours longer than we thought we would.
Yeah, I think we were supposed to be done by 6, and we were done at 2.
2 in the morning.
With no booze, really, per se. I think we had one bottle of Captain Morgan, and that didn't go far.
Well, we had a bottle of vodka, but Tim Quill drank the whole thing the day that he arrived. Oh, well, we love you, Timmy.
Yes. I just got this in from The Onion. Nike has fired the 8-year-old kid that made the shoes that Zion Williams almost died in. So, reporting live from The Onion. Who doesn't love The Onion? If you don't know what The Onion is, you're missing out. It's a great website of just straight.
You sure are messing out.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's like something you're going to hear later in the show, the Billings Gazelle.
Yep.
If you're not on that one as well, that is a very entertaining newspaper here in town.
Satirical
Yes.
website that you should probably check out and just enjoy for its comedic presence online.
It is funny. It is funny.
It is funny.
I'm not mad at it.
So tonight on the podcast we have Mr. Mark Dawson.
Yeah. Excited for that.
Owner of Classic Design Home, Century21.
Yep.
And they're building the Dream Home,
St.
Jude Dream Home giveaway.
Yep.
And then also talking about Comedy Because. And then we also have a real treat for everybody. We have Zak Kreiter on the podcast tonight.
It goes off the rails, folks.
We derail and we talk in depth about Bitcoin, the dark web, how the internet actually works, and
And the most intriguing thing, how Zak Kreiter actually makes fucking money.
But in all honesty, like as I was sitting here talking to him, and if you watch it on YouTube, you will see, like my eyes are wide open. Like a veil was lifted from my. I had no idea that this is how the internet worked, and his internet worked, and the world that he revolves around in. I had no idea that's how it all worked. I was shocked.
Yep.
And I hope you're shocked as well. I really do.
Yeah, no, it's a great show tonight, folks, and
it's fun.
We're gonna get right into it here. I'm gonna I need to go because I need to get back to what I call my friend zone snow removal. Basically, any girl that I've tried to sleep with in the last 3 years, I do her driveway just to remind myself of
For free.
For free because we're just friends. But I'm gonna pay you.
You'll figure it out, dude.
Yeah, someday. So stick around, guys. Zak Kreiter, Mark Dawson, and of course, we're going to try and get Corey Champney on. We try every week.
Every week. We're not even going to try this week. This week we're going to do it. Champney will be on this week's podcast.
Awesome. I can't wait. So
Me neither.
stick around, guys. You're going to enjoy the show tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Worse than what we already do, right?
Which is nothing.
There is we do nothing to advertise this whatsoever. Well, folks, Mark Dawson in the studio. That's one of the tricks I do too. I let nobody know that we're starting because then that way it just gets a real honest answer. And sometimes, sometimes it's fucking hilarious.
I didn't even know I was in the studio.
I know.
So
welcome,
cool.
welcome to the studio. We've kidnapped you and brought you here.
whatever you want to call this little room that we have above the brew pub.
Pretty sweet.
It's a studio.
Yeah, I think it's studio.
It's a Susu studio.
Where is Phil?
I don't know.
I don't even know where he's at these days.
Mark Dawson, how the hell are you, buddy?
It's a good evening.
Yeah?
You guys too, huh? It's perfect weather in here.
Yeah,
There's no wind. It's like 69, 70
In
degrees.
here, it's beautiful.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Don't fucking start me on the weather.
Outside, it's not so good. So Justin, for those of you who don't know on the podcast, Justin is he's a man of all trades, really. And not only does he sell cards, do a podcast, shoot drone photography, but he also shovels driveways when Mother Nature shits on Billings. So
Oh.
Yeah,
The
convicted
little
workaholic.
bartender girl downstairs was saying how she called you to shovel a driveway, and by the time you got there, someone else had it done.
Yeah, that
And
happens once in a while.
Good for you. You got credit for it. You didn't have to do the work.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
perfect.
but
That's
did
the
you?
best.
But you didn't get paid for it.
No,
That's the
no, that's
the
the
biggest
shitty part.
problem.
She wasn't going to pay you. I could tell.
No, she's not. She's not one that typically pays for
Yeah.
services. I don't think. I mean, somebody will pay for it, but it won't be her.
Wonder who it was.
I don't remember her
That little
name.
blonde.
Yeah,
You know.
something Lehman. Something.
Oh, was I supposed to blow her today?
Oh God
Dang
damn
it.
it!
Dang it! I hate it when I forget to blow one.
So you've been working since what? 6 a.m. clearing driveways.
Yeah, it's about 6:30 or so because the power went off in the Heights last night, and so it took me a little longer to get ready this morning by candlelight. I had to put myself in the mood, if you know what I'm saying.
Goodness.
Like a pioneer woman.
Yeah, at least I had hot water.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would have been pissed. But it was off for a long time in my house last night because it was cold some bitch this morning when I got up.
The Heights is going to get cable TV.
I've
2
heard
years,
the
2
rumors.
years from now.
Yeah, no, I've heard the rumors, and I don't believe it right now. I'll believe it when I see it. I think.
Yeah, no, I like it up there. I don't mind. I mean, you guys
No,
should.
it's great. Round
Yep.
up the Heights, Warden.
Yep.
It's all awesome.
Yeah, haven't you built like 26,000 piece of shit homes? I mean, stick homes up there.
Stick built, not shit built, not shit built. No, it's really good up there to build houses. There's no restrictions. There's no. You can do whatever you want.
Wild
up there.
West up there, isn't it?
We have this really nice neighborhood. You go up towards Skyview High School,
Mm-hmm.
and then where you see the couch in the road, you turn right. It's a great spot.
Does that couch still say free on it and still no one's taking it? It's alarming.
If that was downtown, there'd be people sleeping on it, right?
Right. You'd think so. I mean, in the condition that couch is in, probably not. They'd probably just still sleep on the ground.
No, they'd probably still sleep on it down here.
think so?
You've been down here.
Man,
You've
that's
been-
I mean, seriously, to be homeless really sucks. To be homeless in Billings, you have bad luck and you're stupid.
Yeah.
Like for not just walking south. Like
Just
get a bus ticket, something. Like
Yeah, just keep walking
just
south.
go south.
I actually saw Snowbird the other day. I'm like, I thought that your nickname was Snowbird because you went south for the winter.
Yeah, man.
I was wrong on that
I
one.
haven't seen him in so long.
Yeah, no, he was over by that bookstore downtown here. That weird.
Making an arrest.
Um,
Barjan's?
Is it no Barjan's? The old bookstore right
Oh.
there, kind of kitty corner from Savo, Yeah, whatever that one's called.
Savo.
Save O life.
Harvey Singo is not going to like you pronouncing that wrong.
He doesn't listen.
You know how people from
This
the
is not
Midwest
brought
are.
to you. This is not brought to you by Sing Contracting.
One of the only things.
Yet he hasn't offered me a check yet, so
Not
we'll
yet.
see.
We'll put him on here whenever he's ready.
Whip out that big checkbook, Harvey. If you're listening, we miss you.
If you have any left. Mm-hmm. Or, I mean, what?
So tell us what you do, Mark. Give us a little story.
Oh, so I'm a simple man, a farm boy from Belt, Montana.
Belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandpa ran the experiment station in Moccasin for
Oh, nice.
55 years.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere. When I tell you I'm a farm kid, I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
I am
no,
a farm
that's
kid.
legit.
Yeah.
I like it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Little
I still
oasis.
drive by there and go, man, I miss that place.
We were talking just a little bit ago. Small town bars in
Yeah.
Montana are the frickin' best.
Yeah.
Just walk in and talk to whoever talks to you.
I've
great
been
deal.
known to drive from here to Fort Benton and back, and it takes 2 days.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You guys are both saying a bunch of towns I've never heard of before.
Yeah,
Moccasin,
Fort
Belt,
Benton's sweet.
Fort
Yeah.
Benton.
Oh, yeah. Go up there and see the riverboat and whatnot. Go see the
Tommy,
Grand.
you should start with something small like the Acton Bar.
I like
and work
it.
your way up to the 5-spot in Absarki.
I like
Yeah.
that
and then
too.
go from
yeah.
there. They're gateway small town
Just
bars.
you just branch out.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
We could get you there, Tom.
I mean, I'm willing to go. I'm willing to try anything new at any time. Fort Benton sounds like it's a long ways away, though, especially this weather.
It is I wouldn't recommend it in this kind of weather. Judith Gap Daddy's Corner is known as hell, and you have to go through there. I mean,
was
you can
gonna
go
say-
through Lewistown, but it's not a whole lot better right now this
I
time
don't
of year
think
either.
you can even get through Judith Gath. Speaking of which, speaking of my speech impediment, tonight we're drinking Tito's handmade vodka. We normally drink whiskey on the podcast, but one person in this room said anything but whiskey. And
Gotta take care of your ladies.
yeah,
Gotta take care of your ladies.
So Judith Gap, I understand Judith was a very handsome woman.
Mm-hmm.
except
She had a big gap.
Oh,
zing.
Yeah, no, this is not a PG podcast, Mark. You can say the 7 deadlies if you want to.
Wow.
If you want to whip a fuck out once in a while, you can whip a fuck out once in a while.
I wouldn't recommend it, being in the career that you're in, but I mean, you can say whatever you want. Oh, wait, I'm in the same career. Fuck.
And he just tells me tonight that he hasn't closed a house in a while. So there we go.
It's been a hot minute.
There we go.
oh, he's doing good.
Yeah.
I would
So-
think with the podcast, with the amount of people that are watching and listening to this, that you'd be.
With all the crazy exposure, I just need somewhere to like get logo wear. Like I need a hat that has Century21 on it, or a jacket, or
Tell me
does-
C21.
Yeah.
You know, something
Mark
like that.
doesn't have anything around the office that you can wear.
You know, he's so stingy. He's only given me 3 or 4 things that have a logo on it.
Maybe you could talk to Julie.
Maybe. I mean, somebody's got to help me.
Yeah.
Can't help
If
myself.
you ever want to replace Tommy with somebody who'd have a big draw on the podcast, that's somebody to think about is Seat House.
Yeah.
Right?
No, big numbers with her,
Yeah.
and she was one of our first ones actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She came up to talk to about her 100 strong, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool deal, isn't
She's
it?
got a bit of a reach in this town.
Somewhat of a reach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once we get a little popular, we'll have her back on. So, 2022.
Yeah. It's right around the corner. Right around the corner. Now, Mark, so you're you and Classic Design Homes, you're building the Dream Home, the St. Jude Dream Home
St.
giveaway.
Jude's. So did you guys? I don't know if you already know what St. Jude is. I didn't.
I
really,
do know what St. Jude is.
Okay,
yeah,
it's-
great
Apparently,
thing
it's
for
a big
kids.
fucking deal. I didn't quite get it, but
Yeah,
childhood
it's real big.
cancer from like the '60s till now is
Mm-hmm.
it was a huge chance of mortality in those
Mm-hmm.
days, and now
Right.
it's almost always cured. And St. Jude's, they're incredible. It takes $1 million a day to run that place.
$1 million a day.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So they do these homes all around the country, and they get builders to donate the time, and then subcontractors donate things, and vendors, and everybody. And so you get a home that's worth, whatever, $500,000-$600,000, built for half that or less, you know. And so ours is.
Well, we know what your builder markup is in all those
Right.
houses.
Well,
so-
shit. Yeah, we're doing good to get 8 or 10%. But so seriously, they'll make $300,000-$400,000 on a home. They sell the tickets $100 each.
Right, 65.
650
Yeah, 6,500 tickets. So
yeah, $650,000 for the tickets, and I don't know exactly what the home will cost, but they'll make several $100,000, and somebody wins the home, which is even that much cooler.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Can I buy a couple for like say $88 from you?
No.
I mean, just go realtor on you guys for a second.
The answer to that is no.
Can I get Tom to pay the closing costs on that, please?
Also, no.
Hey, dude, I'll sell you one for $14. That's right.
Take that home with you.
There you go.
Put it in a
Just
safe
write
place.
your name and
Got
number
this
on it.
one, got this one right here.
Got the winning ticket right here, guys.
I like your chances,
Yeah.
man.
Fuck. And I lost again.
So it's a funny thing asking people to help with St. Jude's. It's like they cure childhood cancer.
Yeah.
It's so much more than like anybody who has a business gets hit up to help all these
All the
different
time.
nonprofits.
All the time.
And so much stuff is, like we're having this camp or First Tee to help kids learn to play golf. And
Right.
Like, okay, it doesn't quite match up to childhood
No.
obesity. We're fighting childhood obesity.
Right.
Oh, for God's sakes, Like,
Just lay off the cheeseburgers,
yeah,
buddy.
exactly. Just
we
go-
could fix childhood obesity in this country by teaching people how to fucking cook again.
right.
Fuck
It would-
and cook.
Yeah, that too. I think they're doing plenty of fucking. I know what my taxes are every month. Yeah. Yeah.
You're opening up a can of worms right now.
I know. I'm tired. I've been at snow since 6 o'clock this
Doing
morning.
snow removal. So when do they give the house away? When's the? It's
God, I'm gonna find that out.
I know it's April something. I
yeah,
think
something like that.
Maybe
This
March.
spring, yeah.
But we're gonna do a bunch of open houses.
Yeah.
You can buy tickets at the open houses. I think I'm not sure. But you can come to see the Dream Home
buy 'em
once it's
online.
all completed.
Yeah, it's gonna be
and,
cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
We have the floor signing next week.
Uh-huh.
It'll be a fun little event.
Floor signing. Tell me about this.
Well, people who are involved in the home just write nice things on the floor, like good wishes for the family. And
What time do you need me to be there? 'Cause I've done
Why
all-
don't you show up at the end and just help with the cleanup?
Yeah.
There probably
Have
will
you-
be some beer left.
Hey, have
and
you-
then someone can give you your sorry ass a ride home.
Now you're speaking my language.
Have you ever seen Tom with a broom in his hand? Doesn't
No.
happen.
He doesn't have manual labor written all over
No.
him,
No,
does he?
no, not at all.
He's just too pretty for that, huh?
I mean, when you,
Where do you get your nails done, Tom?
I don't. Come on now, guys. I feel like you're ganging up on me, and I like
No.
it. I like it a lot.
You're welcome.
And then also for St. Jude, you're doing comedy because
We are doing comedy because
We are doing
yeah,
comedy because,
so
yeah.
I love this event. It's like our 7th to 11th year. I should figure that out for sure, but we've been doing it a while. Alberta Bair Comedy, and there's a pre-party at YAM, Yellowstone Art Museum. Tommy Pexinos is our host. And we've got Brian Moot as the headliner this year.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and some locals. We're going to put Casey Nicholson on,
Okay.
Cody Sutton, Connor Roma.
Oh, that Connor Roma's funny.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
I think if we can get Casey out of there, everything will be great.
He's a funny guy. though.
It was
And
very
good.
funny. It was actually, that was one of the best routines of the whole thing because
Yeah.
we just made fun of him for talking for an extra 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
Really about nothing.
Right.
It was kind of awesome.
So, Justin, you know that Tommy is pretty funny and thinks he's really funny, you know?
Some days he's better than others. but
Right.
Yes.
Give me a couple
So
more
he was-
vodkas and we'll be good to go.
He was like the second or third best person at the roast. It was awesome.
Yeah. No. Julie did it.
Carly Plorty. Oh my God, Carly.
She
Smoked
nailed
it.
it. Yeah.
Julie's was awesome. I saw Julie's before your roast.
Yeah,
I saw that, and
Yeah. Seed House is always funny.
yeah, she did a great job with that. That was very entertaining.
Yeah, Julie's was good, but after the show, I went straight to Carly and I said, "Who wrote your jokes?" Because I want
She
to.
wrote her own joke.
Yeah, and I said I want to, whoever that is, if I ever do this again, that's who I want to write my jokes. It will help me, guide me, polish them up. And she's like, "I wrote them all myself." I said, "No, you didn't."
I called her
Carly."
the day before and
Yeah.
said, "Do you want to do this?" She's like, "Oh my God, I could never do that."
Uh-huh.
I said, "You
I-
can do anything you want."
I literally sat at home for hours watching recordings of old roasts, just trying to rip some jokes off and rewrite them to fit to your life or somebody else's life in the audience. And Carly's just like, "No, I just wrote them. I
Okay,
just
that's
figured
so
out."
cool. I did that too, what you did, but I got too drunk to remember any of it. And so
I
just got
did a
up there and-
roast with you one time and got too drunk to remember it.
Oh, the Big J roast?
No, we did Harvey Singh. Remember?
Oh,
or
God,
Wayne
yeah. No, it was
Wilcox.
Wayne Wilcox.
Wayne Wilcox.
Wayne, yeah, the Wayner.
Oh, that one was.
Yeah,
that was
Harvey.
a
I feel
good
bad
one.
about calling him a towel head.
Yeah.
Wayne.
I've watched that video a couple of times. It is absolutely hilarious because
Oh, I'd love to
are
watch that.
Just
Is that online
hammered.
somewhere? Or is it?
Bryce Turcotte has it
Okay,
somewhere.
I would say don't put that shit online.
No, it doesn't need to be.
It's not for the faint of heart.
No, it is. It is rotten. Like
Yeah.
there is some sentences said in there that I'm like that I've said that I said it. I was like, and I'll say just about anything. There's a couple in there where I blush a little bit.
Oh,
going,
your
On your
Mom.
own words?
I've talked to your mom about it.
Yeah.
Her and I had breakfast in bed the other day. She was so disappointed in how you acted at,
Yeah,
at
no.
that.
She usually is disappointed in how I act when she's in bed with somebody.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she's just fine.
She's usually asking you to pull focus a little better, isn't she?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Where's my A? Where's my A?
That's gross. We've derailed a little bit, but there's nothing new for
That
this
is
podcast.
that is
for
our
sure.
podcast. It derails regularly.
Mark, when is the Comedy Because?
So that's April 6th.
April
at
6th.
Alberta Bear. It's going to be good, clean fun.
Yep.
Good, cleanish
That's
fun.
cleanish fun for the whole family. If,
Is that a clean show? Or is that a family
You
friendly
know, we
show?
quit trying to. We tried to do that, and comedians, when they have a show that's billed as clean, then they know they can have the shock value, and so they cannot help themselves. Like Jeff Dye is pretty clean. We told him it was to be clean, and his biggest joke was about. Remember this?
I didn't hear it.
My my girlfriend woke up from a dream and was mad because she said, you fucked Katy Perry. And I'm like, I didn't fuck Katy Perry. And she goes on about it. And Todd Hart, who's my Billings Christian School board, my best friend, and all these people corporate people, nice people, church people, are all like, and Jeff Dye is normally clean. If we wouldn't have told him it had to be clean,
He probably would have
wouldn't-
stayed clean.
Yeah, but he knew he got the shock value, so we don't bill it as clean anymore.
The only one that I know that's really good at being clean is Louis Anderson, and that's just because he is just straight clean.
So he talks about it. Mark, I'm not trying to be clean. I'm just trying to be me, you know? Right? Be you. That's the only thing that matters. That's great advice, actually.
Yeah, no.
Fantastic advice.
And why can I see him saying that?
Oh, my
just
God.
Totally,
Mark.
I love that guy so much. We used to talk all the time, and then he had a career resurgence, and now he no longer returns my calls. And I hope the
What a
same thing
jerk,
happens
right?
for both of you. I hope you get so successful you won't talk to me anymore. That's how I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so happy for those guys. They're too
just-
big for me.
It's just because you don't want us to talk to you anymore. That's all it is. I'm not dumb. It's not because you hope for us to be successful. You hope for us to never fucking call you.
Yeah, you get enough.
Lose-
You get enough phone calls in a day, right?
Lose my number, fucker.
That's hilarious.
So what does the Comedy for a Cause go to? Does that go to St. Jude? Or do you
Yeah,
have
so
another?
it used to be like childhood, youth homelessness was our big thing, Tumbleweed,
Yeah.
and Center for Children and Families, but St. Jude's this year.
St. Jude's this year?
Yeah.
That's cool. I really have always enjoyed, Big J does a big thing. Him and
Yeah.
McLovin, Kyle and whatnot, they're bartending for a cause and all that. It's really cool to see, St. Jude is one of those ones that how could you be mad at it? And they do a good
Exactly.
job of telling you where the money goes. A lot of these charities, do you really know where the money goes?
Right.
No, and this is like so $99.70 or something like that from every $100 ticket sold for this event for the Dream Home giveaway goes straight to St. Jude. So they're literally taking 30 cents off the top to pay for operations and get plane tickets for the people
they're
who need to come
amazing.
out here and help us promote. Like it's literally 99.7 of your dollar goes straight to St. Jude, which
That's
is
awesome.
incredible. Yeah,
Yeah, they're amazing.
they're an amazing.
That's really awesome.
group.
So you brought up Big J and McLovin. Did you guys hear that McLovin is thinking of unionizing to become not a sidekick anymore and to have the top billing?
Jesus.
Yeah,
fuck.
he wants to change it to Little J. I mean, he's all
Well, I don't
over.
blame him on that. Little J is fine because he
Especially
should
because
be.
he's lost 100.
Yeah.
He's lost a human.
We might need to change it to Big McLovin is what we need to do. It's not Big J and McLovin anymore. It's Little J and Big
I
McLovin.
totally agree. Yeah, no, he was trying to unionize, right? Just
I think so.
Yeah, get Big J off his high horse. Really.
I wonder how that's going for him. I wouldn't even. You know what? Just for the sake of the podcast, we should help him with that.
I think we should. And I think, I mean, if you want to read about it, and if you're listening to the podcast right now, you can go to the BillingsGazelle.com, I think.
Right.
The
Or
Billings
just,
Gazelle.
or
I
just
didn't-
Billings
check,
Gazelle,
yeah,
yeah.
go on Facebook, check Billings Gazelle.
I
and-
like the Billings Gazelle. That is actually better
read it?
reporting. Oh yeah,
Dude.
Yeah.
that's actually better reporting
I'm
than comes out
honored.
of the Billings Gazette.
Well,
If you're gonna get lies,
I
at
mean-
least be entertaining.
how hard is that to do, really?
Yeah, no, the Gazette is trash. as far
the
as I'm-
Gazelle is trash.
No, the
no, you
Gazelle
said
is
it right.
amazing.
You said it right the first time.
Yeah, the Gazelle is amazing. Yeah, that makes me laugh every time I read about Big Bear and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Thanks, buddy.
What really amazes me, to tell you the truth, is when the Gazelle reports something, and then I see people carry on about it because they didn't catch on
So,
that
dude,
it's
I didn't
satire.
want-
That's
on
the
how-
that's the creator's brainchild. That's what he kind of
Yeah.
wants.
Jesus Christ, the people it brings out. I did want how Donald Trump was eliminating Mother's Day. Oh my God, it went viral, like 3,800 comments on
Yeah.
he can't do that, and
Yeah.
the whole thing was like they're just doing their jobs. Why this is fake? It's just a fake news holiday.
Right.
People were losing their minds, and I would do it's satire. You're such an ass to put this out on Mother's Day. Of course I'm an ass. That's why I'm doing this. You know,
That's the whole point, man. You're missing the whole point.
No, it was perfect. I mean, the shooting range in Big Bear, and like when people, I seriously saw people put on like Best Billings Customer Service Watchdog and all those other little places. Like people, where do I go shooting this weekend? And literally people went, I hear they're opening a new place in Big
my
Bear, and I'm like, what in the fuck is wrong with you people? God damn, you're stupid.
Oh, that's awesome. I love
I
it.
already had the shooting range in there, and it's dead. I mean, they're dead. I mean, it's not closed anymore.
I love stupid people because it makes me feel relatively better.
Well,
about
and it's
myself.
just so easy to dupe them, right? I mean, it's just...
Think about how many people feel that way about us. That sucks, doesn't it, you guys? It just
Yeah,
sucks.
it's not good. It's not good.
I get it all the time for starting this stupid podcast. So
Being an experienced prankster, you kind of live for this kind of stuff, right?
Good, clean fun,
You
right?
you prey on the stupid, or
Sure.
not stupid. That's a terrible word.
Naive, maybe.
Naive,
Yeah,
yeah,
naive is all
yeah,
better.
Like
the trusting.
people who are totally kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, when I first started at Century21 with you, you made me play. You asked me to play a prank on a great addition to your team. His name is Doug.
Yeah,
and he's
man.
actually he still works for you for Classic Design, and he is in charge of building the
Right.
St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. The whole house. That's his baby. He's in charge of the whole thing, and he's so like perfectly Mormon. He would never touch alcohol. He'd never
Yeah.
have caffeine. He'd never swear.
He's never thought a bad thought, but he knows a guy who knows a guy who thought a bad thought
one time
on a Friday night.
and
really.
hasn't talked to that guy in
No,
10 years.
obviously.
So when
so how in the hell does he work for you, Mark?
Doug was looking for a new head of construction.
Yeah,
something
like a
that.
project manager.
Yeah.
Project manager, yeah, that's the word. And Doug didn't know me yet because I didn't work there yet. And Mark said, "Why don't you come in and we'll mess with Doug?" And the premise of it was every time Mark leaves the room, I just swear and curse. No, wait, this is a different one. When I sit down, I'm doing this interview, and Mark is interviewing me, asking me questions, and I'm playing the part of this like stoner, like loser,
Just being a douche.
just a biggest douchebag,
Like worse than even Howie.
I was going to
How he
say,
actually-
so you just asked him to be himself, but add stoner to
Mark's
it?
just like
It's like Charlie Sheen. He always plays himself.
Mark's like, just every time he asks you a question, just, be as lazy with your answer as you can. So I said things like, I don't want to come in early on a
Right.
on a Monday because I've been skiing all weekend and I'll be hungover. So I can't make it into the office until 2:00 on Mondays. And
I'm like, cool. We
And-
can be flexible.
yeah, and Mark's playing along saying like, yeah, that sounds great, man. And Doug is sitting there like
head's about to explode.
rubbing his head just like, okay.
Did he bump his head on the way into this interview or what?
And then my quote unquote building experience was making dog houses.
Right. Building dog houses for
building
people's
houses
dogs.
For people's dogs. And so Doug asked me about that. I'm just like, yeah, I just make them. I just make them and they're incredible. Like what? And Doug is like, she's sitting like this. And then I like high five Doug on the way out. I'm like, cool, dude. And I walk out and Mark, well, go ahead.
Well, so dude, the best part, we had different C21 girls come in and like, Tommy boy, give him a big hug. And I haven't seen you since New Year's Eve. Oh, it's not too much fun. Oh,
Yeah, so just me.
And so Doug's trying to get back to the interview and Tommy, she's so hot.
Yeah, just talking about all these girls that currently work there that I've been with, and then
She's a
and then
great
I
girl.
leave.
Oh, I know.
I high five Doug and I walk out the door, and Mark goes, "Isn't he great?" And Doug's like, "Are you serious?"
Are you kidding? I think he'd be a horrible addition to our team. Like,
Mark's
what?
like, "No."
What do you miss it? His experience is building dog houses for people's dogs. I'm like, what do you have against dogs, man? I don't have anything against dogs. I don't think he knows. I don't think. Blah, blah, blah. It's pretty much the same thing, building a dog house. And
Building a real house.
It's not. It's really not at all.
And that was my introduction into the whole thing. But
Yes,
then I
sir.
realized that you just prank everybody all the time because it's
It's
part of what keeps you
fun.
going, right?
Right, yeah, just gotta have a little
I mean,
bit
it's
of fun
fun.
life.
It's
Right.
really
Yes, sir.
fun.
Right.
As long as it's not hurtful or mean.
We used to
Yeah.
do that in the bar business.
Sure.
Tom would be over at Jake's. I'd be over at Hooligans.
Yep.
I'd send a new cocktail over to get the bacon stretcher.
Nice.
And then I'd send one back to get the taco bender.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you grab a Johnson rod? For
Yeah.
me, please?
And you would just give them something, just an inanimate object of whatever sort.
That's
and be
awesome,
like,
man.
Here, this is the bacon stretcher. And they're like, okay. And so they'd bring
I
it
don't know
over.
how it works.
Yeah, and they'd set it on the bar, and I'd start fucking laughing. I'm like, oh, good work, Tommy.
That's
Here we go.
sweet.
Let's
That's
send this
sweet.
one back. I forgot to send him over the taco bender. Hold on one second.
I love it.
And just, it'd be a football helmet or some shit.
Yeah, it's just
Usually
so,
with a shot
so
of Jack in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
That's fab.
Yeah, whatever it was, there was a.
I mean, we never drank at work.
No. I saved it till after I got off
Obviously.
work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Always.
And I always kept below 0.08.
0.08 that's the legal limit.
That's how I drive. All day, every day.
Not every day.
What do you guys think of this concept that if you can pass the driving test at 0.12 or 0.17, you should be able to drive at that level? We should all, on our driver's license, have
Have
our
a
own
number.
legal limit written down. Because old people
genius.
distract me. Like, okay, 0.08, really? I can do that without even using my hands.
Yeah, like,
I could drive knees only
Yeah,
at 0.08.
man. Like,
I can text and drive at 0.08.
yeah, like
fuck.
0.21, I'm fine. Really? I've never hit the very fact that I'm still here proves
that you're clearly okay.
obviously.
right?
Yeah.
No, I've never driven over the legal limit.
No,
once
me
in
neither.
my
I'm
whole life.
joking. This is
that's
all.
why I have
This
Uber.
is fiction.
I'm actually on the
satirical.
Uber, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm on the Uber
Satire.
Rewards program now.
Are you really?
Yeah. Got an
For
email
driving? Are you an Uber driver too?
No.
Is that one of
God,
your
no.
other jobs?
Yeah. Somebody made that comment the other day that I have free time to drive Uber. I go, no, my free time and I'm driving is drinking. Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me stop.
It turns out that even in Montana, Uber frowns on it if you drink and drive. If you're an Uber driver.
And in Montana.
Even in Montana. Did you know that Uber, nationwide, they had like a standard? Your car could only be 3 years old or whatever it was
really?
when they first came out. Yeah, so you could only have a 3-year-old car, but in Montana you could have like an 8-year-old car.
Sure.
They had to like
They had to change the mileage thing too because you couldn't have over 70,000 miles.
Right.
And everybody in Montana was like 70,000 miles. They come new with 70,000 miles in Montana.
That's how you buy them, right? That's a test drive is 70,000
My
miles.
my favorite thing in the car business is when somebody's like, it's got over 100,000 miles on it. Well, that one's got 400 on it. My favorite sentence in the car business is, how many owners does it have? Well, I'm going to teach you an ancient Chinese secret about the car business. I've seen one-owner cars so fucking beat you can't even tell what brand it was.
Well, for sure.
Okay, so ownership means nothing, okay, as
right.
far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Now, if you do, which I also do not believe in Carfax in any which way, shape, or form, because half the time, half of it's garbage anyways. And
wow.
that's another rant that I can go on for another time. But if at some point in time you do see a car that's been sold like 6 times within a year, yeah, maybe that one does have a problem.
Sure. That's like,
But
like girls with Tom. Like, okay,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
done. Like,
they're worn out. They are worn out.
Jesus. I looked away for a half second and I
I meant
came
that
back.
he's,
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I love it. I love what you're getting at.
Yeah, that's one of those little things. And I have a friend of mine that owns a body shop. Went to go trade his car in, and when he went to trade it in, the dealership was like, "No, it's been in a wreck." And he goes, "I own a body shop. Do you think at any point in time I report my car as being in a wreck?" And the dude goes, "Probably right." He goes, "Give me a minute." So he ended up having to call it in an error. I had one just the other day. They put windshield wipers on it at a dealership, put it in as a body repair.
no shit.
Yeah, so I had to call in. These people wouldn't buy it because it had a body repair to it. So I called the dealership that did it. I'm like, hey, is there any way I can get a receipt on this VIN number for what happened here?
Yeah.
Sends it over to me. It's windshield wipers.
Wow.
I showed it to the people. They're like, well, then why did they put body damage on it? I'm like, no,
'Cause
it
they're
said body
stupid.
repair. And that's because the Yahoo on the other end of the computer didn't give
Right.
two shits. He just clicked
Human
the button
error.
and sent it, like human. And it's not, why would they check it?
That's why
So-
I'm afraid to fly, guys. Fucking human error. Seriously, man.
So you being a car dealer, you love the words "Show me the Carfax."
Yeah.
Like that's
my
your favorite
favorite.
thing to hear.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'll more than gladly show it to you if you want to see it, but most
just
of the
full of
time,
bullshit.
Well, here's the thing: is
Don't you wish they had home facts? Show me the home facts.
Yeah, that
Oh
sounds
my
like
God.
something.
here's the thing: is
start a
most
company. I wonder if
Carfaxes that you
Fax-
get have Master Lube, Jiffy Lube on there, and Carfax pays Master Lube and Jiffy Lubes and places like that. They pay for that data.
Of course.
They pay Master Lube for that information that they send in. But if you read most Carfaxes, if there was an accident, yes. And most of the time, the insurance company didn't report the accident. The cops did, because the insurance company doesn't want that on there either.
Right.
Oh.
No, the
Because it
insurance
slows
company,
down the whole business.
Well,
right?
yeah. And here's the thing: is if that car does get in a wreck and it does total, they don't want it on there.
Right.
Or it did have
In
an
Iraq
accident.
or in Iraq.
Dude.
Yeah, both.
I don't know.
Both.
Well,
But yeah,
I ran. Wait. No, but how great, dude? Should we start a company right now? Just call it Home Fax. Show me the Home Fax.
I wonder if it should be home email. Like I just think fax at some point is going to become antiquated.
I actually got asked the other day if somebody could fax me something. I went, yeah, let me find a Kinko's. And they go, what's that? And I go, what's a fax machine?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, my client the other day told me she was going to fax me some documents, and I said, how about this? Can you take a picture of it on your phone,
Right.
and then send that to me through a text message, and then I'll figure a way to print it out because I don't know how to use that fax machine.
Yeah, no, there's
so
need
many
for it.
numbers, right? You
Right.
gotta type all the numbers in.
I mean, there's many famous scenes in movies of people beating the shit out of a fax machine. So
Sure.
I don't get it.
And
Back in
printers, too.
1993, though, man, it was so much better than delivering it yourself. I'm just going to fax this. This will save me a trip to the Heights. It was great, guys.
Wait,
I
back in
felt so
1993, the
empowered.
Heights didn't exist, right? It's a booming market
It was,
out there.
it was just North Lockwood in those
North
days.
Lockwood.
Wow.
South Roundup.
South Roundup.
South Roundup, nice.
Yeah, and it's still South Roundup
It
sometimes.
kind of is. Yeah.
Um,
I love the Heights, though. It's a good place.
Okay, maybe I'm the only one that doesn't mind the fucking Heights, but I don't mind the Heights. I
I really don't either.
You guys are just pandering to Heights people, right?
No,
Here's the deal.
I'm a Skyview grad. I live up there. I enjoy it up there.
Oh, I think that's nice.
The
Nobody's
only,
perfect.
The
Nobody's
only,
perfect.
the
That's
only
really
place that I would that if the opportunity arises, I would move downtown. But that's it. I would
Let's-
never go back to the West End.
Let's talk about it.
It's on the horizon. It's
You know,
either
you should
Costa
call
Rica
this.
or downtown.
You should call Julie Seedhouse. She's a great realtor.
Yeah.
She knows the downtown really well.
She knows the downtown
She
market
works
real
before
well.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
From what I hear,
I know a lot of agents don't.
from what I hear, she's really very busy. and
Yeah,
doesn't have
no,
a-
she can.
She doesn't have a whole
has
lot of
an
time
assistant
for her
help
clients
her out.
most of the time.
I feel like Julie would make time for me.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
I do.
I think you're mistaken.
I mean, it
think
would
you're-
be Julie and I in the same room for a while. Like, we would have to make sure that we got escorted into whatever property we were looking at in darked out liminals.
It just got really creepy.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Just so that people can't see us so we can get some work done. Sorry, Sean.
That isn't how I meant this at all.
I know.
Right,
Yeah,
like,
it-
I meant to jab you about
Here's
it.
the thing with this podcast. Sometimes it takes a hard left turn.
I noticed
Hard
that.
left or hard right. We don't
care about people's
we don't
political
take a
views.
stance. Yeah,
No,
we don't take
no,
a hard
no.
left or hard right
Yeah.
stance.
But you are hard on.
Hard on the issues.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hard on the issues, yes. I don't know what issue we've ever discussed on this podcast before, but yeah, that's it.
We'll get there eventually.
Someday. Oh, Mark, I appreciate you coming up and entertaining us. We've got Comedy for a Cause.
Comedy because.
Yeah.
Comedy Because and the St. Jude Dream Home. Make sure, guys, you get your tickets. Get your tickets at Alberta Bair for the comedy.
Yeah,
Yep.
or Tommy has a bunch of tickets.
Tom's
I
got
have
them
a
in
bunch
his
of
pocket.
tickets.
Yep.
Yep.
You can literally, and I just want to promote the whole office, but you can literally call any Century21 agent and they can get you tickets to the show.
Yeah.
Show, or probably the Dream Home, too.
The Dream Home is different because it has to go through the St. Jude protocol, basically.
Okay.
We can't really sell tickets out of our pockets for that. They have
Okay.
to go through the website or through the 1-800 number for that. But yeah,
But with comedy, we're loosey-goosey.
loosey-goosey with that comedy, and we're going to give all that
So
money to
half
St.
the
Jude.
money goes in Tom's pocket. Half the
That
money
is
goes in Mark's
incorrect.
pocket.
Incorrect.
Oh, it's going to be good, cleanish fun. Justin, have you ever done stand-up comedy?
Have I ever? No, I've never done
Would you
stand-up
like to
comedy.
do that sometime?
I hate the sound of my voice.
I guess that's
But
why.
you're doing a podcast.
That's pretty funny. I guess you could do sign language.
Yeah, no, I'm really good at sign language. I've actually got a speech
got a-
impediment.
he's got
I've
a-
got a speech impediment. That's a funny story about
That's
that. Skylar,
hilarious.
one time, we're sitting at Sava. And Savo. And the night before, there was a couple that were in, and they were deaf, and so they're over there signing. And Skylar knows a little bit of sign language. So the next morning, he's telling us a story about how he went over and waited on the table, and he did his thing. And Josh Cannon, who was the chef at the time, looks over at me and goes, JP, do you know any sign language? And I go, nope, got a speech impediment. And he
Nice.
sprayed water all over me.
From his mouth.
From his mouth. Like
He did a spit take?
He was mid-sip and went,
Nice. Nice.
and I'm like, and you win. Yeah.
You should do stand-up comedy. I don't know why you wouldn't.
I can't remember my own name.
Well,
and all the free time I have to write jokes.
absolutely, yeah. You can polish up an act in no time.
Yeah, let him work right on that.
Well, do you think you could be funnier than Cody Sutton?
Some days.
Seriously. That's,
I mean,
that's
come
the
on.
bar.
Like
right?
that guy inspires
If that's
me.
the bar,
like,
I think I can get
well,
this
if that
one.
guy can do it. Like,
Yeah, probably could work on something.
So we're going to do comedy because you're going to do 5 minutes, and then Mark's going to do 30, probably 20. You're going to try to do 20.
I'm going to do 27 minutes and 48 seconds.
Well, if we're going to set the bar like that, I'm
yeah.
I'm 436. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get you in there.
Everybody runs the light. You know, in comedy, seriously, huge faux pas to run the light. Lucas Seeley, you do one of his shows, you're in the light by 8 seconds. He's like a funny little Asian bitch. What are you doing? What are you running? You run the light? I'm like, I didn't pee in your walk.
Like you should know the time. You should know your time.
At comedy because he ran the light by 13 minutes.
I know he did.
Like, Pete Oldenburg, same thing. Because it's such a great crowd.
Funny story. Pete ran the light by so many minutes that Mark reached into his own drink and took ice cubes and chucked them
Forgot
at
about
Pete
that.
from off stage. And Pete got hit in the side of the head with an ice cube, and he went like this, and he goes, "Apparently, I'm over time."
Forgot about that. So true.
But it's hilarious because he knew what he was
Oh,
doing,
yeah.
and then you knew. We all knew what he was
So
doing.
he wasn't
It's
even supposed to be up
hilarious.
that night. He just showed up from Bozeman all
Yeah.
dressed up.
Yep, it's weird that he was
He's like, "Do you have
wearing
a spot
tie.
for comedy?" I'm like, we're all filled up." And he shows up and, "Hey, guys." I was like, I felt bad.
All right,
for
you
it.
can have 3 minutes, buddy, and then 18 minutes later.
33 minutes later.
So my parents, how I was raised, but before that, when I was in 3rd grade,
Actually, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to start from birth. You guys mind if I start from birth? No, he was fantastic. And
Obviously.
really, he was really good. And the whole thing is that the whole show is it's to
it's
promote.
always fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's to raise money for a charity.
Yeah, worthwhile
and this
thing.
year it's St. Jude. But it's really 2 hours of solid comedy.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Just
freaking
want it to be
fun.
fun.
Yeah,
It's
it's pretty fun.
Like Montana weather, right? If you don't like it, it's going to change. So,
Right.
like somebody comes up once, like, so you, man, like JP, you go up. Some people are going to love you, but if someone hates you, they don't have to worry. You're going to be gone before they know it.
Right.
It's like the weather. Like,
Yep, and then it's on to the next.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be up for 27 minutes. You're going to wait a little wait a little
So,
longer.
oh, you
you'll
better
be able
like
to
me.
meet me at Hooligans. Oh, fucking Mark's on stage. I'll see y'all later.
So just make sure that this gets out there. Comedy Because is a good time.
Oh, it's a great time.
It's a great time at Alberta Bair, and you can probably get free tickets if you contact any Century21
Well, if you
agent.
buy a house.
If you buy a house,
You buy a house, you get 2 free.
you get 2 free tickets or 10, whatever. And then
That's terrible.
And Tom is really trying to close a deal today.
I just call me for comedy tickets. Shit, what's the problem?
No problem.
How hard is it?
Well, Mark, we appreciate you coming on the show tonight. That has been a lot of fun, and we will do this again. Thank you, sir. Make sure
you very much.
St. Jude Dream Home comedy for whatever cause they're
Comedy
after.
Because, yeah.
It's
Thanks, Mark.
We're doing it for fat kids to not be fat. Childhood obesity awareness. I just feel so bad
yeah.
for them.
Look at that.
I hope you can get rid of this.
We said
because
fat,
I'm a child
fat
and I'm
kids.
fat.
Fat kids.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Some mesquite charcoal refined
It's so good.
from Matthew McConaughey and Eddie Russell, because people give a shit about Eddie Russell.
I don't know who the fuck Eddie Russell is, but
He is the cousin, or excuse me, the nephew of Bill Russell of NBA All-Star fame, Hall of Fame fame.
well,
I don't
Remember
think
Bill
that's
Russell? No, CM Russell is who he's a descendant of. Remember that artist guy that our fucking junior highs are named after? That
well,
guy.
CM Russell?
ladies
Is it?
and
Oh,
gentlemen,
high school, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
ladies
Charlie-
and gentlemen, your history lesson from Zak Kreiter tonight.
No.
Don't
you
quick
remember
little
that?
selfie, and we're live, bud.
Oh, we're live? Cool.
Yeah.
You remember that, don't you, Tommy? From our
CM
days in
Russell.
high school?
I just remember that
We
CM,
would- go ahead.
CM Russell was like a high school in Great Falls, right?
Yeah.
But he's
We-
an
we'd-
artist from Central Montana.
The only reason why I know who they are is because we'd face them doing competitive speech and drama.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
you
love that you guys think you were competitive.
you took state, right?
I did. In
in-
mime. No, I didn't. Actually, that was wrong.
guys had
that is
mime in
absolutely
speech
wrong.
back
That
then?
is absolutely wrong.
Really?
Well, we were in
no.
drama back then.
But that's the thing. That's absolutely wrong. Because I was in.
I was smelling like a rose.
It's funny because I look like him. Look at this stupid hair that I have.
Oh, look
It's
at
so
how
stupid.
cute it is.
It's so stupid.
Look at Zach's hair.
But anyway, no, I didn't win state in mine because I gave up my slot to an upperclassman. I did win state in serious solo, though.
Oh, Serious Solo. What was your script? Do you remember?
It was called Inside Al. And it was about a dude with cerebral palsy who was frustrated because his brain worked like a normal person's, but his speech patterns, like you ever watch that comedian Josh Blue? He has cerebral palsy. He's quick. His brain is fine.
Yep.
But his muscles don't match.
I can.
And it was a script about him like going like, I'm not fucking stupid. And it was this
I'm a real
like,
man.
This anger from the inside the mind of someone with cerebral palsy. And it was sure, I'll say this. It was a gimmick script, which means you play someone with a disability, you got a leg up on the competition, like Forrest Gump.
I was
Like,
just
that's
gonna say,
why
like,
he won.
Yeah, well, like that's what
He's a great actor. Don't get me wrong.
That's
Forrest
what
Gump?
wins the Oscars, right? Like if
The Oscars are
Oscars.
won by people with cerebral palsy. Anyway, hi everybody. How's it going?
Zak
My
Kreiter.
name is Zak Kreiter, which is so weird to say on a microphone because I'm used to saying Ezekiel the Third.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Zak Kreiter is a local funny guy once in a while, and he streams on Twitch. And if you don't know what Twitch is a platform for people to get stuff out, media out, and he plays video games
For a living.
For a living,
Yeah.
and it's just actually what he does for a job. I would kill for your job, but I've also got a gaming disability.
I've got to ask you a question though.
Yes, sir.
Has anyone ever told you sound like? Do you know what ASMR is?
Yes.
You sound like you're trying to be that.
No.
You sound like you're trying to be like, like right, and like being very calm and like, dude, you are one of the most abrasive motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. But when you get a microphone in front of you, you're
It's like he holds back.
You're seriously like turn on the butter faucet. Like, that's you, dude.
I don't know if it's a bad thing.
No, I get that, dude. Like you put me on stage, you put me in front of a microphone, you put me on a spotlight, like. I'm a totally different
You
person.
see, and this is like the most chill I am all week long. Is this hour or two that we work on this? This is relaxing, to
Which
me.
is so strange to me. I would think this would be where you would like let the fuck loose.
Right, like you'd come to fruition. Like
That's what I
you'd
do.
come to life. Yeah,
Like at home, I putter around like a fucking old man. But once like my stream
when
is on,
when I'm at home, I'm shut off. When I'm at home, I'm shut off. This is like the next level above for me. Where I'm thinking about what I'm going to ask you, what's going on here, all this other stuff that I
Sure.
have going on. So there's
but I
this-
just
this
witnessed
is
you in the bar
Scream what's going on.
screaming your ass off to "What's Up" by Four Non Blondes.
Yeah.
During that part, not making any sort of effort
No.
to be on key or anything.
No.
But anytime, oh God, singer-songwriter extraordinaire, I cannot remember her name, the lead singer of Four Non Blondes, would say like, and I say, and you would just go, "Ah!" like a goddamn raptor after a 20 packs of cigarettes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like,
What's going on?
like Mr. Scream from last time I was here.
Good thing I got peaking set up right
But yeah,
now.
you totally like. But the thing is, I get it. I totally get it.
This is chill for me. That's why I really enjoy doing this. This is something
Absolutely,
that
man.
that is makes my brain work in a different level, and I really enjoy it a lot. And
Tom, what's her name? You got it pulled up.
I've got it. I've got it there, but I don't. Give me a second.
Linda Perry. It's right
yeah,
there.
Linda
that it is,
Perry.
Yeah.
Yep, Linda Perry. She also helped Pink write the entire Misunderstood album. She's like a prolific singer-songwriter. Like
Yes.
she's written tons of shit or helped write tons of shit for lots of female artists.
There's a lot of people out there that you don't realize that when you really dig into their catalog.
Like that guy that's coming to Billings in the summertime. What's his name? Marty something?
Marty Stewart.
Marty Stewart.
Yeah, he plays on
You have no idea who that guy is.
Ton of country music out, tons of them, but you have no idea. I mean, you do
you know
if
who
you
that
really
is?
follow country music.
Dude,
do,
the
but
only fucking Marty I know went back to 1955.
Marty.
Had self-lacing shoes in '89.
McFly, dude. Oh my God, you have gray in your beard and you don't know this.
I should know this.
I
You
was
are
ac-
such
I
a
was
fuck. I
actually
can't
thinking
believe
as
I'm
we were
here.
sitting downstairs with Mark that you might want to start either shaving or dyeing.
No, absolutely not, dude.
You're
I'm
in
just
that,
gonna let it.
Tom.
I'm gonna let it creep right
Tom,
in.
you're
look
in
at
that-
me.
You're in that transition.
You honestly, you look awesome. I
Thanks,
love it,
bro.
I am a little jealous of it because I got little ones like here and there, mostly like they started out like blonde, and people are like, "You're going gray." It's like, no, I'm not.
No,
going.
no, I'm going blonde.
No. I'm not afraid of it because it started to become gray,
Right.
rather than blonde. Because
Right.
it was like I had not shocks, but like little tiny like blonde hairs, like really really light blonde hairs coming out.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I'm not going gray yet. And now, the ones that come out are now gray.
But I don't see any gray. So are you plucking the gray out? I
No.
see one on your right side, but other than that, I don't see any gray at all.
I'm not. I swear to God, I love it. I want to.
Well,
I'm looking forward to being a little bit older because you may not know this, but chicks dig old balls.
Yeah. It's called the
Gray.
Clooney years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Covered with gray, like saggy, sweaty, disgusting old balls.
fall in the toilet water balls.
Oh, dude, like 2 apples in a fucking Albertsons bag. They love it. Trust me.
When
Yeah, they
Sam
do.
when Sam was cutting my hair this time, I looked down on because she has a black cape that you wear, when you get in your.
Sure.
And I looked down and I went, "Wow, that's really getting gray." And she goes, "I wasn't gonna say anything." I'm like, "Thanks for the fucking help."
That's what they always say.
Yeah.
All of them.
But I mean, I'm starting to find full whites.
Yep.
Full on in the hair. Yeah,
Well, I would
I've
hope
got-
so. I mean, look
I got
at
a
your
little-
face.
I got a little in my old face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Not because I'm going gray, but because I like
Because
the
you're a
last,
psychopath.
Well, the last 5 years, it's my hairline is noticeably receding. Like I've got the
I haven't
the
noticed.
male pattern shit going
Is-
this way.
is this-
So that's why I'm dyeing my hair because I'm doing it before I'm just a shaved head guy.
it might
like
as well be.
forever.
It might as well be bright pink before you lose
Yeah,
it all.
well, yeah, exactly.
I was going to ask, is this a St. Jude's hairstyle? But it is not.
No, the Hulk Hogan was.
Yes, I knew that. That was amazing.
You can look that up. If you look up Zeke Hulk on Google it, I bet it's the first image that comes
I
up.
bet it is too.
But-
we can look at it right now. But
I've done that, and I've
Share
done
that on
lots
the
of shit,
Facebook page.
lots of shit for charity because, first of all, charity is good. I've heard, and second of
I
all,
know a girl named Charity.
I do too, and she's a great wingman. Shout out to Charity.
it is definitely the first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah.
Share that on our Facebook page there, Tom.
I will. I don't know how to do that.
But also, I have no. I'm,
Send
like,
it to me and
Tom
I'll share it
knows-
for you.
Yeah.
Tom knows about having no shame. Like I have absolutely no shame
You
for
live
for a good reason,
Hold
and
on.
sometimes a good reason just to laugh.
You live for no shame. In
As-
fact, like that's kind of what your whole life is based on.
As we
Totally.
were speaking earlier, I remember the time we lit bottle rockets off out of your ass.
I did. That is absolutely true.
Like,
Now here's a.
there is a video of that somewhere on the planet.
That was 4th of July.
yeah,
at
4th of
the
July at
pool
Tom's
house.
Yeah, Tom and Eric's. Yeah,
The funny thing is,
And you
'cause
had
it was
third-degree
April- 'cause
burns
it
on
was
your asshole crack.
Not third degree. It were second degree. There were blisters and stuff. But
blisters on his ass crack,
but
literally.
can we say why there were those blisters on my ass
Sure,
crack?
yeah.
Not just because the bottle rockets that were put in my ass crack to be lit off, but also because some fucking dickhole had a badminton racket that he put over top of the bottle rockets so they wouldn't leave the ass crack as
projected. Yeah.
as they were meant to.
Yeah.
Because Tom
Wait, no,
What?
I don't think it was me.
Yes.
It was
I don't
you.
think it was
Light
me.
the bottle rockets. We'd put him in my butt crack. I'd be laying flat on the grass, and he took a badminton racket and put it over top of the bottle rocket
So that it couldn't sail away?
It would just sit there and go and just burn up my ass crack and ass neck.
Tom is always known for his help.
What you guys might not know.
Wait, no,
'cause
hold
this
on.
is Tom's show. Is he's one of the biggest pieces of shit.
That's a fact.
However,
This is
it's
none of
also
this
the
is true.
reason why I like hanging out with him because as long as he's not being a piece of shit to me, it's hilarious. It is priceless.
That is always the fine line of if where he's not being a piece of shit to you, but yet to somebody else, but yet you're also looking there going, man, I really feel sorry for the fucker that Tom's fucking with today.
This is wait, hold. I just need to say this real quick because I agree with both of you. I think you're both right.
Okay.
But I also think that you're both right a decade ago. I think that
That
think
okay,
I've come
fair
a
enough.
long way.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
You
fair enough.
haven't been a giant piece of shit
I
in a
know.
long time.
I've come a long way. I used to go into bars in a level of intoxication that was
Well, I mean, you're like
dangerous,
47 now.
dangerous, and I would light off fire extinguishers and just set them off inside of bars and spray down customers and apparently hold
Allegedly.
badminton rackets over people's asses when
Allegedly.
they had bottle rockets in them. I don't remember any of that,
But
but
can I? You know what?
I feel like I was a good time.
You've honestly made me remember some shit that I want to apologize for. To anybody who has or does work at the Crystal Lounge, I want to say I am sorry if you're missing neon signs. It's because I stole them. There was a really cool Miller Lite sign with like a witch on a moon, and I fucking stole that shit. And I apologize.
Do you still own
This
it?
was like probably a decade ago, but I'm saying like
do you still have it?
I've changed. I stole it for a girl. She was like, I like that sign. I'm like, I'm going to get it for you. And I got it outside and I was like, texted her, hey, come outside. And she's like, what? And I showed her, I was like, look what I got you. She's like, Jesus Christ, what is fucking wrong with you? It's like, I love you. We married now? And she's like, we are not only not married, but I don't know you.
But I hate you a lot.
I will take the sign, though.
I'm a prosecuting attorney. I can't be around you.
Yeah.
So you have stolen some shit in your life?
You know what? I used to love stealing stuff.
I
And not
may or
because
may
I
not
couldn't
have
afford
done
it,
that a few times.
just for the thrill
The
of it.
thrill. Yeah, Alyssa Milano was the same way. Like she's a multimillionaire from Who's the Boss?
Are you talking about Alyssa Milano or are you talking about Beetlejuice chick? What's her name?
Alyssa Milano.
No, it's not Alyssa Milano.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Alien 3.
Alyssa Milano.
Oh my God, you're such
Oh,
a
Alien 3?
Yeah, Alien 3, Beetlejuice.
Sigourney Weaver.
Look it up. Who am I talking about? Come on, Justin, who am I talking
Wait,
about?
I'm
let me
working
ask you
on
this.
it right
Who's the girl that was on Who's the Boss with Tony Danza?
That's Alyssa Milano.
Okay.
However, I'm talking about, she was also in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, Beetlejuice girl. Alyssa Milano.
Man.
Am I wrong? Am I
You're
so wrong
way
right now?
wrong. You're way wrong.
I don't know that I
Oh
am,
my
dude.
God, I can't believe I'm blanking on her
working on
name.
it.
She's super duper famous.
Yeah, Alyssa Milano.
Oh my God. Hey Google,
Hey,
I've
who was the female lead in Bram Stoker's Dracula?
do you know that you're activating everybody's Hey
Find
Google
it.
right now?
Winona Ryder. Jesus Christ.
That's what I said.
You said Alyssa Milano. You fucking gray beard douchebag.
Are they not the same person? Have you ever seen both of them in the same place at the same time? No, you have not.
Alyssa Milano.
No, you
is,
have
is
not.
less goth. I would venture.
I feel really bad because you're so right.
We got way off track. What were we even talking about?
Beetlejuice is Gina Davis.
No, I know, but who's the daughter? Who's the daughter?
Annie McClure.
I feel like I need to
McClure, yeah.
explain facial expressions that I'm making since this is a podcast. I want to say eye roll every time I roll my eyes.
well, thank God we're
She's
recording.
Winona
it, too.
Ryder's daughter's like, I too am dark and mysterious. Like that's in Beetlejuice.
That's Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Not to quote Kids in the Hall, but someone's gonna get a punch in the head.
So back to where we
Anyway,
started this story.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
When do you stream, Zach?
When do I stream?
Yeah.
I stream Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, starting at noon Pacific time, which is something I have to do, which is I had to get used to like putting it in a time that is more universal to not only the United States, but the world.
With the masses.
So it was either put it in Eastern or Pacific, and Pacific is only -1. So
Yeah.
I actually start 1 p.m. Mountain Time, but noon Pacific is very easy to say and very easy to remember. Branding and you know like business wise.
Now, is
so
every
I start at noon Pacific, but on Mondays I take off. Tuesdays I do a short stream that this is all new schedule stuff. Like I do a short like 2-hour stream where I've started to do like I used to do something called Saturday where I'd start Saturdays out with like an exercise. I used to like did Richard Simmons, like I did like
No, you did not.
oh fuck, I did like 5 sweating to the oldies. I'm not kidding.
Holy shit.
And I lost 35 pounds.
Yeah.
I did. But now I'm doing like there's this awesome VR game called Beat Saber.
Okay.
And it's you get like a PSVR or the Vive, and you have the 2 controllers.
The HTC Vive.
And you control like lightsabers.
Uh-huh.
And then boxes
come at you and
in
you
the beat.
swipe at them.
And
Yeah.
you slice them up like
Yep.
Fruit Ninja.
Yep.
Slice them up, and it is pretty strenuous. Like I'm always sweating after a session. So started doing that on Tuesdays. Be doing that tomorrow for 2 hours, and then I do Tuesdays for the last. Oh my God, we're in like episode. Well, I've been in it for 60 episodes, so 60 consecutive, or as consecutive as we can make them Tuesdays. Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I've been a part of.
For 60 weeks?
For anyone who's a D&D person,
Hold on.
we are level 11, which is like pretty goddamn high.
Hold on. I got to interject here because I don't know a whole lot about D&D, but I know enough to ask the right questions, I think.
Go ahead.
So you've been playing the same campaign for 60 weeks?
The same campaign, yes.
Same DM,
The
same story?
DM, same story. I had one character who is now
Since dead.
Had something happen, so I couldn't play them anymore. Just fate happened, I couldn't play them anymore. So I created a new character. But with this particular like campaign setup, you start at the lowest level of the current party.
Okay.
So this party, like my character went away, but the lowest level of the current party that I was making a new character for was 10, so I made a level 10 character.
So how long does it take on average to go from a level 1 to a level 2 and so on and so how long does it take to level up, I guess is my question.
I'm sorry, your audience is probably just like, "Oh, this is really interesting."
Actually, I'm trying to avoid sleeping on the mic.
super interested.
Dude, I know. How long does it take to go from one level to the next? We have a goal-based economy, which means it's not how many monsters you kill, it's how many goals you accomplish.
Oh.
So you have to set, like in my campaign, we have to set up goals that maybe we can accomplish in one sitting, maybe we don't accomplish for a lot.
It sounds like socialism.
If you accomplish one goal that takes like 5 sessions, you get a huge XP.
And then everybody
whereas
gets the same amount of XP.
one goal. No, it's
Socialism.
it's goal
Yeah.
based on your own goals that you make yourself.
Yes.
You know what? Boring. Anyway, Dungeons and Dragons I play on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays I do my own podcast, which is called Drop Frames. It's about Twitch and gaming. If you don't know either of them, then it's not for you. But if you want to check it out, it's on Twitch, or it's on youtube.com/itmejp.
Can I JP?
That's me.
Yeah.
Can I ask this? Because a lot of people don't know, and it's kind of shocking that people do not know, but the #1 visited website, app, whatever, is Facebook, I would imagine. Second is Twitter, and third is Twitch, right?
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and give or take Twitch.
Yeah.
It's like fourth or fifth.
The fourth or fifth biggest website or app out there, the
Most visited.
social platform.
Yep.
And so many people that I know don't know what that is, and it's shocking to me because like I in all honesty I only know what it is because I know you.
Sure.
If I didn't know you, I wouldn't know that this thing existed anywhere in the World Wide Web.
If you're probably under the age of 30, it's probably 30. That's a pretty good number of where, like, my kids know what it is.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know what it is because of my kids.
But
and
if you're 30,
and I follow a lot of YouTubers, and a lot of YouTubers have been trying to make the switch, just because YouTube is a fucking shit show. So
Lately.
Kinda.
yeah, it is just
It didn't used to be, but now they've made it so much more difficult for people to make money on YouTube. They
Yeah.
like shit on the people that like they shit where they eat.
Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, how about we don't give you
anything.
the access to money,
Right.
and we take that away from you? How about you still love us because we're YouTube?" And most people are like, "Fuck that shit."
Right.
It's crap, and we're being treated like crap. Now, Twitch has its problems, yes. However, it's way better to its people,
Right.
To its and we're not employees. We're independent contractors and all that yada yada yada.
But they know which independent contractors bring them the most viewers and subscriptions and
for all the shit, like all their mistakes or all their missteps or all their, negative things.
They still take care
the
of.
positive things far outweigh. Like, this is one thing I want to get out of for anybody listening who's never heard of it. Amazon owns Twitch.
Right.
So oftentimes you'll hear me say, if you come to my stream, you'll hear me call out Papa Bezos. Because Papa Bezos is like our godfather. It's like daddy. He's like, he pays all our bills.
Papa
whatever.
Bezos pay the bills.
He like owns the shit, like the stage we perform on.
Right.
And that's the way we view it, or the way I view it at least. It's Twitch is the stage. We rent stage time.
Right.
And they have done a lot. Like, they've doubled my income by making Amazon Prime and Twitch Prime an integrated thing, meaning if you have Amazon Prime and you make a Twitch account and you connect the two, you get one free subscription to Twitch. Now, subscription to Twitch and YouTube are different things. A subscription to YouTube is like following on Twitch.
Okay.
They're both free and cost you no money. A subscription on Twitch costs you money, but it's voluntary. And this is one of my favorite things about Twitch. I get paid voluntarily.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch me every day.
For
any
free.
day, for free.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay me shit. If it's, and I've explained this to a lot of people in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like sports? Okay, good. Most people, like normal people, will be like, yeah, I like sports. Do you like this like a team? Like, yeah. Have you bought a hat, a shirt, a jersey, a jacket, anything? Yeah. Why? Cool, because I like the team. That's why people subscribe, because they like my team.
Right.
They get a badge. They get emotes that are specific to subscribers of my channel to use site-wide to show people, like, this is
how
the
I
guy
support.
I like.
Yeah, this is the guy that I support.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just it's so strange how I actually, like, Gone with the Wind, get by on the kindness of strangers.
I totally agree, man.
I'm subscribed to your channel.
So am I.
Through my Amazon.
Through
Prime.
Amazon. Yep.
Yep. And we'll put a link in the show notes for that.
One thing I
we'll
will
just make
mention,
it easy
though,
for you.
The Amazon Prime thing, like if you subscribe with money, like $4.99, that's auto renew until you shut it off.
Mm-hmm.
If you subscribe to the Amazon Prime, it's 30 days and then it goes away. That's why, like, once per day during my halftime, because I broadcast from noon to 8, or excuse me, 1 to 8 my time. Excuse me. Let me try again.
Start
Lot
at
of
the
drinks.
top.
1 to 9 Mountain, noon to 8 Pacific. But at halftime of my show, I do a once daily reminder of of all my shit. Like, if you want some merchandise, if you want to, support me, blah, 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 and check your Twitch Prime, see if it's ready to go. Your one free subscription per month by having Amazon Prime.
Right.
I do a once daily reminder telling people, like, check it. You don't have to subscribe to me, but make sure to use it because it's free money you're leaving on the table for someone like
For whoever you want
a
to support.
broadcaster.
Yeah.
Exactly. Who could use it? Absolutely. So
JP, can we use that?
What?
We'll figure it out.
Well, we could broadcast
we
on
could.
Twitch right now. I mean, I just need to get a capture card. It's
Is
not
that a thing?
It's pretty
Can we
easy
do
to
that?
We could do it on YouTube.
Oh,
We
you
could
don't
do
even
it
need a
on
capture card.
Do you think
The
that
capture card is just for capturing video games. If you want to just broadcast video,
Yeah,
easy peasy.
but to broadcast the room.
Do you feel like
That's what I'm
Twitch?
saying. Video, easy peasy.
Do you feel
I'll
like
help you
Twitch
set
is
it
the
up.
wave of the future? Like it's the next thing coming, but it's slow. It's a little behind everything else, but with everything else and the troubles that they're having and the privacy rights and all the stuff that YouTube is dealing with and Twitter is dealing with and Facebook is dealing with, could Twitch be the next thing that emerges as a undiscriminated against platform?
No.
Okay.
And here's the reason why.
Well, I just want to know.
No, the reason why is because Twitch, like YouTube, has terms of service, which are lovingly referred to as TOS.
Yep.
The terms of service on YouTube and Twitch are similar-ish in that, like, no porno, no, like...
But
anti-Semitic, no
Yeah, like,
racism,
exactly.
like
We have-
things that you
we have
just
terms of
shouldn't
service
fucking do.
that people have been, like, have had, like, 24-hour bans for, and so on and so forth. There are other sites out there. I'm sure. I don't know if Periscope's still a thing, but there are other sites out there
It is.
that you can live broadcast whatever you want with no people watching that. However, Twitch is associated with Twitch is associated with Amazon, but also lots and lots of money. Whereas Periscope or something like those, like YouTube, same thing.
Periscope's owned by Twitter.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, the people that broadcast on these things are making very little, if any, money.
Right.
YouTube celebrities, big YouTubers, big Twitch people are making lots and lots of money.
Right.
And it's because of the TOS. Like, okay, go to Chatterbait, right?
Chatterbait?
Right now. Go to Chatterbait right now. I'm kidding. But take Chatterbait, for example.
I've never heard those two words together in my life.
You fucking liar.
I'm serious. I don't know what Chatterbait is.
Chatterbait, it's cam girls, live cam girls, live sex.
Well, there you go, babe. I've never heard of that in my whole life. I've never heard of that. I don't know.
Man, he is doing a really good job acting like he doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I commend you. In D&D, I would roll an insight check to see if you're fucking lying.
And you would roll a 1 on a 20-sided die.
And then I believe every word you had to say, but nerd fuck, shut up.
Nerd fuck.
No, I'm saying like
New word on the show this week.
Like
Nerd fuck.
Chatterbait, it has terms of service.
Yeah.
It has rules, things you can and cannot do on a site like that. You know why? Because it makes a fucking lot of money.
Is there
and
anything,
they have to have rules.
Is there anything out there that does not have wild and crazy terms of service that you have to adhere to?
Non-multi-platform money-making websites. So, yes, deep web shit. There's lots of
But nobody uses that, right? Because it's so much easier to just use
Oh,
Google.
yeah,
Daddy.
no,
Oh, Daddy.
that's where the really weird
I've heard
shit
of
happens.
GoDaddy. What did you say? You
I said no daddy.
No
Yeah.
Daddy.
That's nodaddy.com.
It's a different.
Yeah, that's where you can find the really deep, dark shit that you
No,
just
the,
like you
no,
see on
the
the
deep
news
web,
and stuff.
The deep web is the unregulated shit. It's the wild west of the internet.
Some people would
but
say
it's
that the-
also like the bleeding and beating heart of the internet is the deep web. It's what the internet used to be before we made it like friendly for everybody. Like
Stuff
it's
you
not
don't want
user
your kids
friendly,
getting on.
and it's fucking slow because
How do you get
it's
on?
not like
How do you
Google.
get on it? I don't even understand. Like, I don't understand all the different levels of the internet. I sound like an idiot right now,
Yes.
No,
but
it's fine.
I would
No,
imagine
you're not
that
an
most
idiot.
people.
There's a difference between idiot and ignorant. You're ignorant to these facts.
Amen, bro.
Yeah.
I would start with a VPN.
Well, I mean, you don't necessarily even need a VPN.
I don't
VPN
even-
means virtual private network. You get Tor browser.
My fucking mind is blown.
Tor
right
browser.
now.
You know what? Firefox, Google, or Chrome.
Safari.
Yeah. Tor, same thing.
Okay.
It's a browser. However, it's an anonymous browser, meaning you go on Tor browser and it makes you anonymous to anybody out there. It bounces your signal from place to place or whatever they do. I'm not sure of the technical, but you're browsing virtually incognito. Incognito windows, by the way,
Not incognito.
all they do, which is good in and of themselves,
Make
is
your
they don't save
computer-
your browser history.
Yeah, they're just
Which
your
is good.
computer.
But they're still going
incognito.
to share your search history on the
your location, your IP,
Sure.
yeah, all that shit.
So
what is Tor doesn't do that.
what is duck?
DuckDuckGo.
Yeah,
Yeah, same thing. It's the browser. It's the search engine that Tor uses.
but it's still saving your information somewhere in this.
No, not supposed to be.
Well,
it will if
but
you
it
use
probably is, right?
It will. I'm sure it will if you. You know what? We're getting outside of my wheelhouse.
Well, we're getting outside of everybody's wheelhouse. I'm just saying, like, there's so
And
much.
the internet's a way bigger place than you think it is. I mean, you ever been to a huge city?
Sure,
like
like
the-
New York City.
The first time you were there,
Yep.
you went, I'm in Chicago, I'm in New York, I'm in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
You
look
walk
at a
12
map
blocks. Yep.
and you go, okay, and you zoom out, and you go like,
Fuck.
holy fuck, 1 million people? That's a lot of people. How about 3? How about 5?
How about 28? that
No
live in
matter how
Manhattan.
how
Yeah.
big you think New York is, it's bigger than that.
Right.
And that's what the internet is. It's like you stand on your corner of the internet and you're like, I can see Google and Facebook and Twitter from where I'm standing. But the boroughs behind that, where most of the people live, is dark, and you've never been there.
You're blowing my fucking mind right now. I didn't know that this existed in the world.
Oh, yeah?
I honestly didn't know.
Oh,
because I'm probably like the average, and by average I mean like the top 90% of people who use the internet in America. They literally
in
America they literally just use Google,
Yep.
Facebook, Twitter,
Yep.
YouTube,
Spankwire.
YouPorn,
Yeah.
RedTube.
Any of your
But you're saying there's a whole literal underlying community, quote unquote community, of the internet that nobody even pays attention to.
Well, nobody that doesn't know about it pays attention. Like that's where
You know about
that's
it.
Where
You probably know about it.
most
I know
computers-
fuck all about
That's
it.
where most computer savvy people, and I'm not just saying savvy, I'm saying most people who spend like a good amount of their time when they're on the internet, that's where they spend it.
Of course.
Because it is untracked, uncensored, everything. Now,
Wait, you're saying? Well, hold on.
someone
I'm sorry.
like me.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I would challenge you to think that most people, most of the general public, does not use this dark web, this underground internet. I would say that most people do not use it.
No, you're
most
right.
people use
I think you're right.
Google, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
But I would argue that they're aware of it and do use it.
I don't think so, man.
No.
I've never even heard of this stuff.
Hold on. I'm saying I know about it. I use it for certain reasons.
But you're in the industry.
But I'm saying
No.
like a lot of people
saying,
use
like-
it for certain reasons. But it's like, okay, how about this? Let me make an analogy for you.
Good.
Fuck nerd.
Okay.
You fuck nerd. I'm going to dive
You
into some
live-
Long Branch.
You live next door to a Walmart.
Okay.
You're going to go there most
By
of
the
the
way,
time 'cause
people, he does live next door to a Walmart.
it's right there.
It's right there. It's so easy.
But
You pop in, it's open 24
there
hours.
is a brand of chili that Walmart doesn't have. The other place has across
You can only
town.
buy it at Lucky's. Yep.
You're going to go to Lucky's. You're going to go to that place and get that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know of it. However, someone goes like, man, I remember when I lived in Chicago, like they had this brand of chili, and you go like, hey, listen, fucker, Lucky's has that shit. And you're like, and that guy is now a customer of Lucky's every once in a while.
Oh.
That's the dark web.
You remember how you were talking about wanting to get into that carrot porn thing that you were talking about the other day?
No, I don't remember that at all. But
Oh, well, so
I like
folks, he wanted to get into carrot porn. We will talk about that on another show.
That's
but
ridiculous.
you probably could find carrot porn there.
My point is, and I like the analogy.
There's an old
even,
bit. There's
hold
an
on.
old
Even
Carlin bit about that.
even though I don't know anything you're talking about right now, to use the same analogy, can't I just find the carrot porn if I type into Google? I want to look at carrot porn.
Yeah.
And you go to Google,
But
and Google
here's
says, "Here's 1,800
Yeah, but it's-
videos
but
on
it's-
carrot porn."
But it's ad free and not tracked that you're looking for carrot
I
porn.
guess I don't care about any of that. I'll watch a 7-second ad if it means I'm going to get to my
What if it's
carrot.
called-
But listen.
Cauliflower.
Oh, well,
but
it's
here's-
cauliflower.
But no, here's the big difference.
What is the difference? I don't
You
understand.
can look for a general thing,
Sure.
but if you want if you found a very specific thing,
Like stallions.
like a carrot named Bob, it's like I want
That's very specific.
someone, and I can only find it here,
Right?
and that's where you keep going to get it.
But my
Once you
question
find
is,
the Bob Carrot store, you just keep going back to the
No,
Bob Carrot store.
I get
and
it,
You
but
couldn't find it on the regular web. You had to dig a little deeper.
that's what I'm going to say. Like, can't you still just find that on Google?
Yes, you can.
Can't Google just find
okay,
everything?
We're talking about incorrect things.
My question is,
What-
why wouldn't
do you
everyone
want
just use
something
Google?
that is either extra legal or illegal.
I don't
The
personally.
dark web is where you find it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, can we talk about drugs?
Drugs,
Sure.
porn.
Okay. That's where I buy drugs.
Sure. On the dark web.
Yeah.
Like on the super seedy, shady.
Nope.
Like.
No.
It's
no,
not. No. Listen,
no,
I want to correct your misconception about this. It's not super seedy shady. It's like eBay. I'm not kidding you. People get fucking reviewed like eBay, and you go like, that guy has 3 stars. I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not gonna buy.
I'm
drugs from that
not gonna
person.
buy heroin from that guy
Exactly.
because he was only got. I want a 5-star heroin guy.
Exactly.
And that's you're for those of you just listening to the podcast, Zach's face is 100% honest. I was trying to make a joke about buying heroin, and Zach's like big wide-eyed. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Any drug.
Any drug.
Yeah.
Or any like prostitution, I would imagine, is legal on there, or
Prostitution is only legal where you can find a girl. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, sure.
Might even be able to find one that's not breathing.
How many prostitutes do you think are in Billings, Montana?
do you want to say that louder?
What do you say?
Might even be able to find one that's not breathing.
Zach just shook his head.
Well, if you want one
No,
to
you
liver,
fuck it.
I'm serious, like mail order bride, sure.
Okay, so
She
so
comes in a box and stinks when she gets home.
I fucking
I hope they don't. put
the
them in
education
boxes.
that's running through my brain right now is humongous. So this whole
The only
place
thing
exists
humongous on you.
because you can be so anonymous. You as Zeke
Yep.
can search for and find whatever you want and can remain completely anonymous.
Yeah.
That was the idea
is it
behind the
through
internet in the first
blockchain?
place.
And, like, is blockchain opening up a whole
Do
new...
you not know what Bitcoin is for?
I know what Bitcoin is, but I know that
Bitcoin is for buying things anonymously.
I do know that, but I also know that Bitcoin is not what blockchain is, like the full potential of blockchain. Like,
No, blockchain you can exploit for different reasons. I'm saying the only reason why I've ever used Bitcoin
is to be
is to
untraceable.
is to purchase things anonymously.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you want to buy a set of snow tires,
Yep.
you would, and you don't
Like,
want anyone to
we're
know that you're
talking
buying
ab-
snow tires.
We're talking about truck tires coated with cocaine.
Right.
Okay, if I want to buy cocaine coated truck tires, then
I was just gonna try to make it normal, but yes.
then I use Bitcoin.
Yep. And then that
If he just
Bitcoin
wants
is
the regular truck tires, he
not
uses
trackable.
cash.
It's not trackable by anybody in the whole world.
This is the way it was explained to me. Bitcoin is like this. When you buy Bitcoin, you have it, but it's a huge like stew. You have a part of that stew.
You have one piece
But
of
you
steak
take-
out of the stew.
You take a chunk out of that stew.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking $5 from you, $20 from you, $30 from this other guy, 3 cents from that guy. So it looks like I'm taking what everybody else has added to the stew, so it doesn't look like I'm taking my own money.
Right.
And then I put it. Then I use everybody's piece like they're using my pieces to
Right.
buy stuff. That's the way it was explained to me. I don't know if that's
And-
absolutely accurate analogy, but it sounded smart coming from the person I asked.
And so, and so then, by using that same analogy, nobody can find which piece of stew that
you
pot
had.
went into, like where that stew went, which bowl that stew went into, because
right.
it's a piece of thousands of different people's pot of stew.
And it's all it's all coded end to end, like messaging. Like
Right.
I message JP, who's my drug dealer.
Sure.
And I say coded message, and no one can decode that because he has. It's like a.
He has the key. He has the
What are those called? The code, not the codex.
the decoder ring.
Whatever it was, like the 5-word whatever. Look it up. It's called PHP. Look it up. It's fucking fantastic. But he's the only one who can read it. And then he sends me a coded message in my PHP going like, which means I sent your shit.
What do you think the future of a decentralized, internet-based currency is? I mean, do we get to the point where money, like
A universal currency?
maybe a universal decentralized currency? Like, do you think we get to the point where
Governments fall,
sure,
chaos reigns,
good,
and I'm ready. I'm suited up for the revolution.
bring it
motherfucker.
on, bitches?
I'm
No,
ready.
I mean, do
Zombie
you
apocalypse, I'm top 10 winning.
hashtag winning.
Yeah.
No, because I think that's where it's headed myself. Like, that. Do you feel like that's where inevitably we're headed? I don't know the right question to ask.
I
but
would love that. I would
where,
honestly
where
love
governments don't have a piece of green cloth paper with Lincoln's face on it Like that doesn't hold value anymore. Right? That's maybe 10 years in the future. Maybe it's 300 years in the future.
Sure.
But we get to the point where every single piece of currency is
I know. The funny thing is, like,
decentralized and local, and
that's mostly where we are now. Like, you don't have even 1% of your funds in your pocket right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's in electronic numbers.
Right. And so that's where we're headed.
That's where we are. It's just calling it a different thing
Actually,
that is universal.
I think I'm negative because I'm running on credit right at the moment. So
Me too, buddy.
a little bit of cash I do
Aren't
have in
we
my
all?
pocket. I
Aren't we all?
don't know where I got it.
I heard a statistic one time that said that if you have $10 in your pocket, if you have a $10 American $10 bill in your pocket, and you owe $0 in debt, you don't owe money on your car, you don't owe money on a house, you owe zero debt, and you have $10 in your pocket, you're in the top, not 1%, you're in the top 0.01% of richest people on the planet.
Yeah, can we talk about that, though?
Sure.
I'm one of the richest people on the planet,
So am I, dude.
but I can't buy a house
Yeah.
because I have to show...
That you have credit
have
and
to show,
income
like-
and savings.
No.
Credit.
No. I have to okay, let's break that down though. I have to show the people I'm buying a house from that I don't mind going into debt.
Yeah. Isn't that insane?
I don't mind owing money.
Because you've never owed money before.
I want to show you that I owe money and have
Yeah.
before in the past.
Because
No
you've
points for never ever going into debt, which I've never been in debt. I have never owed a dime to anybody.
You've never owned a
They
credit
go
card?
like, not good enough. You have to have been in debt.
So, Zach, I'm going to blow the viewers and listeners' mind
love it.
right now because you've never had...
I'm glad you said mine.
You've never had... You've never had a credit card?
I have one right now.
Right now, but
3 days ago.
I was just going to say, up until 3
Yep.
days ago,
Yep.
you've never owned a credit card.
Nope.
You've never had a car loan.
Nope.
You've never had a mortgage.
Nope.
So you've
I
never
have
had...
never been in debt.
You've never had a revolving
You-
credit in your whole life.
Nope.
And as far as
Look
they're
at him, folks.
concerned, you're the
And he's
brokest
still
person
single.
on the planet.
And he's still single.
Yep.
No, I'm just saying, like, I've never needed that. I don't need good things in my life.
Well, by the looks of your hair, you needed better
Finer
better
things.
hairdresser. Okay.
I mean, I don't know, like Robin Leach. Like I don't need caviar. I don't need like a nice house. I've rented apartments like up till now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to buy a place. I've never felt the need to be like I need to own what I'm living in. I don't give a shit.
I
Right.
was the same way until
Because-
somebody pushed a house on me.
If I rent a place, it's the same as like paying a mortgage. I'll end up hold on. I'll end up owning it eventually. But eventually, who gives a fuck eventually?
How do you end up owning a rental eventually?
No, I'm saying like that's what mortgage is.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to go down a deep, dark path right now, but I'm just going to
Because
say...
you're a real estate agent.
No, yes and no, but my
You
point
know
is...
more than I do.
You are going to pay somebody's mortgage in your life. You might as well pay your own.
Sure. But if it requires me going into debt to prove that I can pay off shit, fuck you, I'll rent forever.
No, but
Why not rent forever?
Because you're throwing your money in the garbage.
Why?
Because you could be paying yourself instead of paying your landlord. You could be paying
When
yourself.
do I get that money back?
The day you sell your house.
The day I sell my house. Well, how long does it take to pay off a fucking house?
Well, wait for this, Zach.
30 years.
30 years. So
But wait,
when
but-
I'm
but
68
wait, hold on,
years
But
old.
wait,
Hold
but
on,
wait,
you dirty, rotten bitch.
But wait, Zach, being a homeowner is even better. When your garbage disposal takes a shit when you're a homeowner, guess what you get to do?
Hold on.
Put a fucking garbage disposal in.
Oh,
You know
I
what
can't
happens-
just call my
you-
landlord
you-
and have him
you-
fix that
you-
shit?
You know
No,
what happens
weird.
When, you know what
But-
happens when the paint starts falling off the outside of your house?
Listen here.
You get to paint
I
your
don't
fucking
call
house.
a landlord and I come fix
No,
that.
You're just throwing away your money in a
Listen
rental.
here, you idiots.
Go ahead. School me now.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wait 30 years to sell your house. You don't have to wait 30 years. But this.
I love it. I know this.
Here's my
I can
concept.
sell when I still owe on it.
Here's my concept. Okay, so you say, let's say you live in a rental for 10 years. You pay $1,000 a month
Yep.
for 10 years.
Yep.
That's $1,200 a month. That's 12.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Okay.
Right?
'Kay.
And at the end, when you move out, they take your security deposit and they have $0.
Yep.
The day you move out of your rental.
Yep.
And you've paid $1,000 a month.
Yep.
Okay, so when you move out of the house that you have a mortgage on and you sell it 10 years after you bought it, then you get to walk away with $50,000. So would you rather walk away with $50,000 or more?
I'm going to shit on
And
his.
do what with it?
I'm going to shit on his parade for a second.
Put it into the next thing that
Because
you buy.
when he tells you walk out with $50,000, remember that garbage disposal we talked about?
Yep.
Yeah, that just came out of your pocket. That didn't come out of the $50,000 you just made off of your house.
My point is,
That siding that you just put on that just came out of your pocket, that doesn't come out of that $50,000.
no, that comes out of the insurance company's pocket. My point is,
if you live in Billings and you get lucky enough to have hail every couple of years, yes.
at the end of it, you get a paycheck. At like the day you sell your house, the day you sell your ownership in what you own, you get a paycheck back.
Right.
But the day that you move out of your rental,
But here's
you
the thing.
actually owe the landlord more money. So what?
Here-
I just don't understand why you wouldn't
I'll
pay
tell you
yourself.
Why. I'll tell you why.
Why wouldn't you pay yourself?
This is a very, hopefully a similar situation, and a good comparison that you'll understand.
I fucking hope so.
So, my dad died and left us kids with lots of property. Mm-hmm. And the consensus at the beginning was that we take all that property, sell it, consolidate the money, and get like an 8-plex and like get renters and all this kind of shit. Mm-hmm. And then I talked and that was our plan.
That was the plan
to start with.
Yeah.
And then I talked to both of my brothers, because there's 3 of us in the will.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't want to fucking deal with that shit at all. If you guys do, I suggest you do that, but I'm going to take my part of the money and I'm going to use it to put towards a
Cocaine
house
and
that I
hookers.
can have myself and not have to pay payments and all this kind of shit.
Right.
And that's the reason why I don't care about renting or anything like that, because the hassle and the fact that I can get up and fucking leave anytime I want.
Right.
And I don't have to worry about I'm going to move to a different place. I have to sell this shit and I have to deal with that headache. I will gladly give up $50,000 if I don't have to have that fucking hassle in my life.
Right. So your hassle, your quote unquote headache, is going to cost you $50,000.
Money matters more to the person who won't do that than it does to me.
I'm just saying, for a couple of weeks of headache, you're going to spend
Couple of
$50,000?
It's like you've never sold a house, real estate agent. A couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks. And by a couple, I mean 6, maybe 8
Months.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You guys are idiots, both of you.
No, I'm just saying.
Average days on the market
honestly,
in Billings is 35 days.
If
What the fuck?
if I have to worry 0 days about it, I don't give a fuck about money.
You're
I was destitute, if I needed that money, it would be a different story. But
Why
if
don't
you're
you
a
live your life-
homeowner,
why don't you
usually you don't need that money.
Why don't you live your life a little more like you need the money, and then at the end of your life, you won't need any money?
You know why? And I'll
Tell
tell
me.
you why. Let's bring it full circle.
We're going to go full circle on this.
Bring it full circle.
Uh-huh.
If I lived my life like I did, like frugally,
Yep.
it would be a disservice to the fans who pay me of their own volition to entertain them.
Right.
You
don't have to
owe
subscribe.
it to them to live
your
best life
to the
that I
fullest.
possibly can.
I live
Take
my-
pictures and show them this. No, seriously though.
I'm living my best life too.
But
I get
seriously
it.
though, I'm asking you, if you gave me $4.99 a month for a subscription, and I tweeted out pictures and I said, "This is what I'm doing."
Shopping at the dollar store.
Well, I'm saying I am living frugally. I am doing this, or I said I am at the strip club right now.
You're Dan Blazarian.
Throwing dollars at titties. Would you feel better about giving me $4.99?
100%. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to argue with your business model because I agree with it 100%.
Yeah.
You can't live the life that you live publicly online and go to the dollar store
And-
to get your cleaning supplies.
But the
You
thing
can't
is,
do it.
Don't get me wrong.
I will get you wrong.
I am prudently invested
In what?
in stocks, IRA. Like all that shit.
Ask,
I have,
Gold, iron, and Bitcoin.
contrary to popular belief, I have a fucking nest egg.
Get out of my face.
I have an accountant that helps me with a nest egg. I'm not kidding. I am taken care of.
I know.
Unless I like have to retire
Went Dan
tomorrow.
Bilzerian?
If I retire in 10 years, I'm fine.
If you break both your
Just
femurs
with the nest
tomorrow,
egg.
you're screwed, though.
I see. That's the thing. I don't buy expensive shit. You know what I buy? I buy experience. I am going to
goddamn.
Japan next month and Berlin the month after.
You are my best friend and my mentor right now because
That's all I do. That's all I care about. I don't. I my mind will look at a nice car and go like, you know what? I would love to be in that car.
I want a Maserati.
One time,
right.
and then I'm good with that.
So you can
However,
rent that Maserati.
I will remember my trip to Japan,
Right.
my trip to Cologne, Germany, my trip to Australia. Like I'll remember those for my entire life, and I will love those memories.
Until you get Alzheimer's. Zach, tell us where we can find you on the internet.
Oh, this is funny because I do shout outs after after my podcast. You can find me. My name is Ezekiel_III. That's at or slash Ezekiel_III on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow, like, subscribe, all of those things. If you want to find me, I will be broadcasting at noon Pacific, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you want to see some Dungeons and Dragons action, that will be on Tuesdays on twitch.tv/itbjp. If you want to see some new thing I'm a part of, a new role-playing that I'm a part of called Nocturne. It's modern. It's like Supernatural.
Ooh.
You know the show Supernatural?
Yes.
It's like that, but like bloodier and grittier.
I can't
And
wait.
It's wonderful. And that happens on Wednesdays at, let's see, 10, 11, 12, 1, 3 p.m. Oh, shit, 3 p.m. Eastern.
3, 2, 1.
Noon, not noon, 1 p.m. Pacific time.
1 p.m. Pacific.
That is on twitch.tv/tablestory. But if you want updates to all that, you don't want to like bother searching all that shit, just follow me on Twitter at Ezekiel_III.
Yeah, and we're going to put that in the show notes, I'm sure.
Yeah, no,
and by
it'll be in the show
I
notes.
mean JP will do that.
Yeah, no, that's what I do.
Zach, I just want to say for everybody that's listening, Zach's honestly one of the most kind-hearted, real, true people I've ever met in my entire life. And if you want some entertainment and you want to see somebody play some video games and smash some shit and throw things around and get really angry and animated, Ezekiel III is your guy. For
Exactly.
sure.
And if you want to send me any emails, it's just Ezekiel III, all spelled out, at gmail.com.
Okay.
We'll have all that in the show notes. We want to thank everybody for listening. Sorry, Corey Champney, we just didn't have time for you
we
again
just
this week.
keep
We are
trying.
just, every week we just run into this wall where we're just overtime. And
This is like that Matt Damon thing.
exactly what it is. And we
No,
appreciate
we're really trying to get him on
We are
here.
trying to get him on. We just run out of time. I mean, shoot, it's, what is it? It's 11:30 right
No,
now.
I see him waiting in the wings right
Yeah,
there, and
right
he's like,
there.
He's so
But-
sad.
he's pissed off.
But
He's
we-
really mad, and it's rightfully so. He has every right to be pissed off right now.
Corey, I'm sorry, buddy.
We're sorry, dude.
Make sure
Next
that you
week. Next
subscribe
week.
to all of our stuff, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you listen to your podcast.
Twitter,
Make
Twitch.
sure you get Zach in there. Thank you guys for listening.
TheBillingsWay.com. No, wait.
The Weekly Bee.
That's what it is.
The Weekly Bee on Facebook and
Check
YouTube.
us out on Billings365.com.
BillingsHelpWanted.com. Long name, amazing results.
Yeah, let's all go to the Home Improvement Show, right?
Oh, Jesus, you're right.
And there
Seriously,
goes.
though, thank you guys very
Thank
much.
you, buddy.
Very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Zach.
Anytime.
Thanks.